Note to future self. The next time I move, make sure that I invest in, like, soundproofing tech beyond just one wall's worth of soundproofing foam. And by one wall, I mean 1 3x3 foot square cardboard piece of soundproofing foam. Because, frankly, I feel like it would be in my best interest to invest in better soundproofing to make sure that there was no, outside interference and noise. Here we are again. I apologize for being slightly late. Generally speaking, if I post the updates earlier than at 6:50 p.m., that's usually when I post the notifications, at about 6:50 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It's because I have something else I need to do before I start the stream, and it took a little longer than I wanted it to today. But that is okay, because we are here now, we're feeling good, we're feeling great, as Leia would say. Has she said that on screen yet? I don't remember. Well, she hasn't, she will. And, yeah, we'll get started in a couple of minutes. Apologize for being so late. At least you don't leave us withering in the wind. Yeah, no, I would feel really bad if it was like I said. Like, even though this is a hobby, I would feel really bad if I said I was going to do something on a day and then I just decided not to do it and didn't tell anybody about it. Like, I'd feel really bad about it, even though it's like, no, well, this isn't like a serious thing. No, it's I want it to be rigid in terms of the way that I schedule it, because then I can plan around it. And I feel like that helps people who want to be here too, because then they can plan around it, you know what I mean? It lends structure to the schedule of all of our days, which sometimes is a little hard to come by. So that's why I always do it this way. And hello, Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. We are just about to get started. I have done a little bit off screen since last time, but I'll talk about that once we boot up, because we will boot up in a different place than where we stopped last time. You're using a half-off coupon you got because your last order from Papa John's met with disaster and was like an hour late. It's an excuse not to cook today. Yeah, and you know, honestly, any excuse you can use to not cook is a good excuse. I actually, now, since I'm going back to school, I've had to do all of my meal prep on the weekends, so I'll go shopping for the meals on the one day. So usually on Saturday I'll go shopping for meals, and then on Sunday I have to cook everything, so it's a process, and I completely understand the feeling like I don't really feel like cooking, because frankly, one day a week doing it, I don't have a choice. I have to cook, although it does save me several other days where I come home from school exhausted and I'm like, I don't want to cook. It's like, well, now I don't have to. So, but sorry to hear your last order met with disaster. Hopefully this one goes better. It seems like a trend though, because Cole got some food yesterday. Well, he wanted me to get him some food on the way home from school, and it was like completely the wrong order. It was the correct item, but they put like the wrong stuff on it, basically. Like it had the base, but it didn't have the rest of it correct. It's like, what the hell? Put all the wrong toppings on it. It's like, guys, are you okay? Oh, you took the entire next week off. You're losing it at work. Well, sorry to hear you're losing it, but the entire next week off should be nice. It'll kind of give you a chance to breathe a little bit, you know what I mean? Give you a chance to sort of take a step back and say, okay, so let me take some time for me so I can go back to time for my wage that defines what I do. Anyway, off to the Dimensional Breach we will go. Again, you'll notice that we are at the Dimensional Breach, despite the fact that I ended last time at the beginning of Torbellon High Road. I wandered around all over the place, and actually I was able to wander all the way to this hill before the game said, stop, you can't go any further without advancing the story, and got a few little treasures. For example, I got 2 more leather boots, so now I have a leather boot for everyone in my party, which is kind of nice, because that means that if they're linked up with Luger, they can now resist almost every element, just not shot yet. But we'll get shot element resistance the next time we upgrade boots. Until then, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Tales of Xillia 2, the Stream Edition. Luger is our field dude right now, but I'm actually going to play as Jude in the next boss fight for reasons that will become clear when we watch the cutscene before the next boss fight. So there you go. We'll talk about it when we get there. Breathe, you get to be busy on that week off. Voice training, meal prep, learning, coding. There's something else in there. I can't remember. It just woke up. That's okay. It'll keep you busy, though, but it'll be busy for remedial stuff that you want to do for yourself rather than having to be obligated to do it for work, so that's good. Everyone has shoes. You aren't destitute. Yeah, we're not just homeless people wandering around in the streets now. We've got shoes. We're not, and by homeless people, I guess I'm thinking more of like the Charles Dickens-esque type of homeless people where they're like, you just see them in his novels and they're wandering the streets with no shoes and, you know, soot all over their bodies because 1850s England was awful in terms of pollution. All that other kind of crazy crap, but that's all bullshit we don't need to deal with right now. We do need to deal with the next boss coming up, though, so let me take a look at what we've got here. Like I said, playing as Jude for the next fight. I don't actually know if I want Palm Strike there, to be honest. Like, I've got a whole bunch of stuff set for him here, but I'm honestly not sure if we'll actually use a good chunk of it. What can I do that would be worthwhile here? I guess I could stick Whirlwind Snap in here somewhere because that's actually halfway decent for a low amount of TP. So, is it used in anything with anyone right now, though? That is my question. I don't know if the answer is yes. I mean, so I keep seeing Cyclonic Surge, but I don't see anything for Whirlwind Snap. So I'll stick it in there as sort of like a whatever type of a dealie. But did I pass it? Oh no, it's here. Okay. But the main way that we're going to go through the next fight is we're mainly going to be using Phoenix Plunge, Rising Sun, and Frostbreaker because, well, we have Beast, but it doesn't have the guard breaking effect that it had in the first game, possibly because I haven't used it enough, possibly because I haven't leveled up Jude's Allium Orb enough. But the point is, the next guy has like massive Iron Stance, and it's really hard to break it at our current level, even though our current level is probably higher than it should be for most players. I think we did this fight when I played this the first time through at like level 19, which is way lower, obviously. It's balanced around that, but at that point, you wouldn't even have Power Charge 2, so, like, yeah. Wonder if Nova would ignore the rest of your debt if you asked nicely. It would be to the detriment of her ability to live properly because she would lose her job because Olympias is a capitalist hellscape nightmare. But, you know, other than that, is there anything here that I want to turn on? I don't need second darts. I was going to use Double Demon Fist in this next fight, but I tried it out and it was not really as effective as I was hoping it would be. Phoenix Plunge does so much more damage than Double Demon Fist does. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, and actually I've started, I equipped Fury Stoke on Jude for this fight, and I equipped Hidden Target on everybody else in the party. So the way it works is, Xillia 2 actually has an easier way of allowing you to control aggro than Xillia 1 with the Fury Stoke ability. Some people got Fury Stoke in the last game, some people got Hidden Target instead. But Fury Stoke, basically, if you taunt, the enemy will focus only on that character for the next 5 seconds. And then if that character is the only one inflicting damage, which, as you'll see in the boss fight, is a strategy in this game, is 1v1ing people, the aggro will stay on them unless the boss knocks you over or something else weird happens, like you die or something like that. So Jude has Fury Stoke, everybody else has Hidden Target. This is incorrect, what the description says for that. Enemies will miss more for 5 seconds after you perform a taunt. It reduces your aggro. So the enemy, if they're taunting, which the AI has a tendency to do in this game, on the back when they're out in the background doing nothing, or, you know, getting ready to use heals or any of that stuff, the AI will taunt and it will reduce their aggro. So Fury Stoke increases it, Hidden Target reduces it. Generally speaking, when I'm playing as a character, I'm going to have Fury Stoke on the character that I'm playing and Hidden Target on everybody else for probably most of the boss fights going forward, as long as I remember to equip it. If I don't remember to equip it, well, then I guess I'm SOL, aren't I? But other than that, yeah, I think that's about it. I would eventually like to equip Mind Charge 2 on Alvin, because Mind Charge 1 gives you 1% TP each time you perform a charge, and eventually you'll be able to charge like we can currently charge 3 times. So that's 9% of Alvin's maximum TP that he gets back every time he charges 3 times in a row. He's got good TP management in this game. Probably some of the best out of any of the characters in the party, to be honest. So that's, we'll work with that. As for Luger, I've started turning him into a passive battery. He's got all of his guards equipped, and he's got Stamina 3 equipped, so that way anyone that links with him can get extra 15% HP. Jude will be linking with him, so Jude will have over 2,000 HP by the time we're done, and that will only get more exacerbated the further in the game that we go. As for the food item that I have down there for the 1, I ate the spicy chicken roll that we got. I don't remember where I got it. I don't think I got it off screen, though. I think I got it on screen. So we'll be getting a whole ton more experience from this boss fight, just like most of the ones in the previous game. So, yeah, free Luger. You shouldn't go into debt for the rest of your life to not die. Yeah, I know, but Olympius is a capitalist hellscape, so they don't really have they don't really care about that stuff, and I'm not excusing it. I think it's deplorable, but you know, it's just the way it is in this game, unfortunately. We didn't get anything from Zagat Flood Meadow last time. Let's send the cats out to that so they don't have to watch me embarrass myself. Rollo would just be hanging her head in shame if she's watching me in a second, so. Oh yeah, one last thing before we go. I'm delaying the inevitable, as you can see. I equipped some of the extra stuff that we got from the chests along the way from Torbellon High Road. Helioborg had nothing, so don't even bother with that. Roussel High Road had something, and then the Titalian Abyss had some stuff. But basically, we ended up getting a silver hat, a couple more leather boots, an armé helm, and an iron guard. And then the long coat we got from the previous dungeon, the Spurious, the Oscor plant. So, yeah, that's about it. Do I need to make any allium orb adjustments? You're on Glacier. You're nice and even. I mean, I guess I could switch you off to like a darkness thing. But, anybody using Shade? You're using Shade. How are you doing over there? You're quite a bit ahead on Shade, actually, so maybe you get Glacier. No? Yeah, so you two just switch. There you go. Jude can get Spirit too that way. You have actually done pretty well with River there, so maybe we give you Lightning Bolt next? Are you using Lightning Bolt? Yeah. Oh, but I don't know, we might want to keep it. Okay, well, never mind, we just want to get Wind going for you, because Leia, as it turns out, gets access to one of the best moves in this game, and probably her best upgrade overall across from Xillia 1 to Xillia 2, which is the Eagle's Rage tech. We will talk about this when we get it, but this is one of her best arts. It's one of the best arts in the game, period, if you ask me. But she finally gets something to make her more worthwhile, and that's like one of the first ones. Wait until we start working on her Earth Elemental stuff and all that, which it'll go. She'll go a lot faster at that rate if we keep that up. Which, speaking of which, I might try to give her Stalactite. Yeah, okay, so I should give her Stalactite because here's another one of her better arts, Rending Quake. We want both of those ASAP, so we'll work on them. You work on Lightning Bolt. And I think I'm just going to leave you on Yggdrasil, because you're way ahead of everybody else, but also because I want this. So I guess just as long as I had a fire thing, I could do this with you, because Spitfire's nice, lets you fire more shots with the dual pistols by holding down square. You can restore more TP that way. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that Luger can get, and he's not going to have access to Requiem after this chapter anyway, so we might as well let him have access to it for now. Anyway, you're good, and you have... probably, again, this is another situation where, well, probably Starfire would be best for you right now, but it's another situation where I'd want the level 2 Wind Element one, but we don't have a level 2 Wind Element one yet. I really hope the next character has it, because if not, I don't know where the hell to get it. So. Do you love how there was a cat named Swagma of all things? Can't read that without hearing Regal and Solo Fits. Yeah, pretty much. Wait, Rending Quake? Oh, holy shit. Now, remember, I told you they made Leia better in this game. I meant it. She is really good in this game by comparison to Xillia 1. Like, you think, oh, well, you know, Xillia 1, her kits, I guess it's fine. We can work with it. But when you see how good she is in Xillia 2 once she gets her whole kit, you can't go back, okay? Like, we can only go forward at that point, and it just, yeah, she's great in this game. Why is she a reporter? Why is she not hired muscle? Maybe that's a better career for her. I don't know. We'll see how that goes in the future. Anyway, I'm going to save one more time since I've been shooting my mouth off, but also I did a little bit of extra prep. And now we're going to see if the muscle memory from the practice of this next fight that I did on Monday night, I want to say, shines through. After I take my last drink of water for a little while. So I guess we can grab this elemental ore while we're here, but the rest of them, nope, cutscene blocked. Sorry.
What's the matter with Jude? It might be because of Mila.
He's got some memories of this
Mila?
hill.
She's,
It's
This
complicated,
is where the breach was
kid.
before, right?
Maybe we
did
should
it
switch
vanish once
conversation
the schism
topics.
Got dispersed?
You know, maybe it was never here at all. After all,
You mean in this world?
Gillen was living here in Olympias. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah, so maybe they
Yeah.
didn't dispel the
You're
schism.
right. The schism is still here. The dimensional breach never opened. So,
Olympias and Riza Maxia are still divided in this dimension.
Which means that nobody
No
knows.
sense to me.
Don't worry about it, kid. This is grown-up talk.
that means Maxwell must still be around.
Ah, so maybe that's who they were referring to? Ask and you shall receive? Why does this feel so much more sinister than if Mila was actually showing up? Because it's not Mila!
Is that the spirit with the long hair?
It's possible. How would they know what a spirit looks like, though?
If the other worlds are like this, then the sacred land should remain safe.
The sacred land. Wait, is that the land of Canaan?
L, I think you picked the wrong word. Look out! Well, that's not very nice. Ow! Hey, Jude, can you take over? I'm feeling a little funny.
Must you keep insisting on crossing dimensions in search of the key?
Well, it's not like I have much of a choice. Thanks, Alvin.
So, what's your story?
I am the guardian of the land of Canaan. I am the great spirit Kronos.
Oh, no.
I'll hurl you into the abyss between dimensions, like I did with the new Maxwell, who sided with the humans.
Oh, dude. You just pushed the Mila button. You shouldn't have did that. Okay, here we go. One of the most notoriously difficult boss fights in this game. Let's see how we do.
What are you saying? Explain yourself.
Hey,
You don't need to know.
And I'll beat an answer out of you.
I love that line. Okay, so, the gist of Kronos. Have you learned how to sidestep? If you have, you'll be fine in this fight. If you have not, well, you won't be fine. I've set everybody up in terms of their strategies so that the vast majority of them just sort of stand still while Jude does the 1v1ing here. And if you sidestep, you can avoid all of Tetraspell, which is all 4 of the elemental arts, the basic ones, at the same time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, attack, and then off we go. Now, as you can see, even with Power Charge 2, I'm not breaking his Iron Stance because he has no weaknesses. He's strong against Shot and Darkness, but he has no weaknesses, so it becomes very difficult to break out of his attacks, so we will attempt it, but if we don't break it, then, you know, that's going to happen. So, ooh, I gotta run. Okay, there we go. We're fine.
Focus.
Okay. I gotta remember Frostbreaker is the one that does the thing, so. Now, if he knocks you down with Chronos Collider, just let Luger restore you, because then you'll get extra stuff for your link meter, so. It's just better to do it that way. Luger, watch out. Okay, there we go. What, you're gonna whack me upside the head once and then leave? What kind of bullshit? But yeah, just get your hits in where you can. He's got a lot of HP, so just hit him where you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Try to get Phoenix Plunge off at the least, though, because it deals like 1,500 damage a shot, so... yeah, try to get that off if you can. Would I recommend using Jude for this fight? Not necessarily. He's not necessarily as good as Luger would be here, so... Thanks, Luger. But yeah, because I have everybody else kind of standing pat and Leia just healing, Kronos will exclusively focus on Jude, because he's the one dealing damage, so... and then just use your link arts, and you should be okay. What you gonna do, big guy? And we have plenty of orange gels as well, so I should be okay on TP for a little while. That was pretty good damage, all things considered. And you can use Recovery Ring as well if he inflicts bleed on you. I believe that's because his attacks are considered slash elemental, so... oh, that was because of the guard. Nice. But yeah, if you haven't learned how to sidestep, you're probably going to have a bad time. It's not going to go very well for you, so... because you wouldn't know how to do that. Well, yeah, you wouldn't know how to do that, period. Seem to be missing my crossbreakers there, but that's okay. Ow! Thanks. I better move. Never mind. I was gonna do the attack, but well, I didn't press it in time, so.
Not yet. Let's end this. Dragon Deluge.
Yeah, Dragon Deluge is probably one of the easiest arts that you can have Jude and Luger use together. So, I'd recommend using that one. Okay, so, Phase 2. So once he hits about half his HP, he'll use Trinity Bit, and that gives him resistance to strike and slash on top of his resistance to shot and dark. However, there is more to it than just that. We'll talk about that in a second. You can see the bits floating around him there. One of them has already disappeared. We'll talk about that as well in a second. So yeah, but you see how I'm using, whatchamacallit, I'm using my strike attacks when they weren't doing anything to him. I shouldn't have done that. He has another spell that he'll use under half HP as well, but he isn't using it yet, so we'll see if he uses it. Yeah, there it is. This one's even easier to sidestep. It hits like basically nowhere. Now you see how I did power hits there? As he loses Trinity bits that surround him there, he becomes weak to the different physical elements. That allows you to start a power combo with Power Charge 2 if you can break through his Iron Stance. And that's not necessarily easy right about now. So we'll see what we can do, but... use my thing. Hang on. Ouch. Luger, thank you. You can also use Phoenix Plunge in combination with Leia. I believe that does Destructive Blaze. I guess we can find out. Hang on, where's Leia? There she is. Nah, we didn't hit him with that one. Ouch. He can stun you with Tetra Assault as well, which can help you kind of stay down in case you accidentally press the button. Oh, I got burn on him. That's nice. You know, I should have equipped the Intelligence Ring on Jude, honestly. That probably would have made it a lot easier to equip him with, whatchamacallit. Luger? Thanks. Yeah, I dodged, unfortunately. Again, Restore is really nice, though. It helps quite a bit with that. I don't remember what that does, but I'm just gonna heal this off real quick. Okay, stealth that. No, you stand still. But yeah, if you can get burn on him, it's not as good as it was in the previous game, but it is still really good. Witchcraft, I believe, it increases. It's like enhanced cast from Tales of the Abyss. It allows you to cast faster. So he also, as you can see, can now cast Tetra Spell a lot faster. So. Now, thanks, Luger. All right, run before you get. I almost just got Tetra Spelled. That's okay. We'll be fine. Try not to hit your party members with Tetra Spell either while you're trying to dodge. So. Thanks. Leia, one more orange gel, if you please. Watch out, Luger! Hang on, I gotta do that again. Okay, we fixed him so you wouldn't hit me again. Good. Good, I knocked him out of it. I have no TP left, so that's going to be a little problematic, but we'll see what we can do. No, over here, big guy.
Yeah, we can.
So we'll just hit him until we get enough TP back to do stuff. Oh, okay. Just go back to the middle. Back to neutral. He's almost dead, so I'm not really worried about him. Okay. By the way, Tetra Spell can hit you from full to dead in one go, so don't get hit by it if possible. It's much easier for you if you don't get hit by it. Now. Alright, thanks, Luger. I'm good now. I should get out of the way. Recovery ring, a go-go. Try that again. Good. This should kill. Yep. So that's how you beat Kronos easily. Set everybody's strategy to either only heal or protect yourself, and 1v1 him with a single character. Use your link arts effectively and use sidesteps, and you should be fine. It's somewhat of a boring fight, but that's mostly just because you can't start a combo on him. Because your strength is so low and his iron stance is so high. It's supposed to be a difficult fight. They put his stats that high on purpose. Later fights with him will be more engaging. First of all, because you can break his iron stance easier, but second of all, because he has more than just Tetra Spell to hit you from full to dead with. So I probably made that look a lot easier than most people do. It probably, again, wasn't as engaging, but this is the easiest way to do it. So I think, anyway. Oh, he can catch bullshit. He's the god of time. Yeah, Kronos is the great spirit of time, basically. Jude is a researcher, and before this, he was a med school student. At least we know he has a future in starting a martial arts school. Yeah, man, level restore pays for itself. It's great. I love it so much. Never, ever turn it off. It's fantastic. It's low SP cost in both games, and you never need to use an in ever again. We get a weird fragment and an elixir for that. There goes my spicy chicken roll. 80% more EXP, but you get it for only one battle, so use it wisely. As for the rest...
I feel good.
Got some elemental ore out of it.
Of my hard work. Heck yeah.
Everybody leveled up.
You've gotten stronger.
We can go back to playing Luger now. Because Jude got to beat an answer out of Kronos.
All right?
I hope. If you are alright, you will not be in a moment.
Scratch.
None at all.
Well, yeah, we didn't break his iron stance like that whole fight. Maybe once or twice. Oh dear God.
Julius?
Brother, what are you doing here?
The watch. Give it to me.
Well, I mean, you did block this attack for us, so... Sure, it might be the only way we all live through this. Here! Do you need to grab my hand in the process? Okay.
Luger.
You know, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, grab L for me, please. Yeah, grab the cat, too. We need to leave.
Seems luck was on your side.
Was it worth it for us to jump through a portal that Kronos himself made? Or did Julius, like, use the energy to make a portal? Well, we'll find out later, because guess where we are now? This place looks familiar.
Wait, this is Riza Maxia.
But that funky filter is still all over the screen, so we're
Guess
still
the
in the
breach
fractured
must have opened
dimension.
again.
So you think
Where are
Kronos
the
did it
others?
himself, or Julius, maybe? We all jumped through at different times, right? So maybe we all got thrown in different directions? Also, where the hell is Elle? Oh, she was with Alvin, so...
Don't
She's in
worry
good
about
hands.
Elle. Alvin was with her. I'm
We
sure
know
they
she's in
landed
good hands
somewhere
now
around
because
here.
Alvin's not like he was in the
Yeah,
first
you're
game.
right.
Our buddy Alvin can be dependable when he wants to be.
That's a great reassurance,
So
you guys.
harsh, Tipo.
I'm sure she's fine.
Well, if
Oh,
anything,
I'm
she
not
should be
worried.
directly in the shrine here, shouldn't she? Since Riza
There's
Maxia
a
was
village called
still
Niakara at
intact,
the bottom of this hill. Maybe we'll find out something about the others there.
including Milo, right? But yeah, anyway, we have to head to Niakara from here. So that's where we're going, and we get Elise in the party, so that's cool. They swap your party around a whole bunch in this chapter, so it's fine. We'll make it work. Why does C... Oh my god. Yeah, I know. There's a whole lot of crazy shit going on right now, that's the point. My cat's back. Let's take a look. We also got Technician Beginner, so that's cool. Don't know what that does. Scorpion Tail, Glow Fruit, and... Oh, okay. I thought because nothing showed up there that I was going to get another cat, but no, I guess nothing showed up there because Elle's not here to tell me how we did. That makes sense. So yeah, there is internal consistency within the menus as well. Elle will not show up in the menus if she is not in the party. So, yeah, we should go to that Niakara place at the foot of the mountains. I guess we're not going into the shrine to check if Mila's there, so I feel like that's something Jude would want us to do, but okay, fair enough. Oh, Elise came into the party at the same level of HP and TP as she did, I think, when we finished the Aska fight and she left the party. So, unfortunately, she didn't get a level restore, but I guess I've got almost no supplies left to give. I guess I could give her the elixir, but she'll be fine. We'll make it work. Worst comes to worst, she'll taunt the whole bunch, and then we'll be good. Let me set everybody's strategies back up so that way they can be where they were. Looks like that's basically everything, honestly. I actually have swapped item use off for people here. Although I'm not sure how I feel about this just yet, to just have Leia be the item user, even though she is the item user out of all of your healers. She has healing, but she can use items very effectively. I might switch this back depending on how many life bottles we need, but nobody's got resurrection yet, as far as I'm aware, so that might make things a little tougher. At least you didn't get resurrection, like, behind my back or something, did you? No, you didn't. You did get Dark Visitor, though, so that's cool. Cost 52 TP, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, anyway. We're not too worried about that for right now. Let's worry about the rest. Let's get to Niakara. This chapter takes a while to get through because there's a lot that goes on in this one. This is one of the longest chapters in the game. It might even be the longest, honestly. So you can climb, jump down, duck, and do all sorts of other things depending on the situation with X. But here's another handy tip. You can hold down X if you want to. It helps to seamlessly move from action to action. I feel like that'd be more useful if there was like precision platforming you needed to do in a lot of different areas, but yeah, it's not really that necessary here. I'm not sure how many enemies I actually want to fight on the way through here. I might just fight the ones to get to 1 star, honestly, because I think the ones here still count towards that. So I guess those tree ants I think that I need in here. Yeah, because we did the goblins already. So we can fight tree ants on the way through and we'll get our 1 star out of it. And that should be good. Anyway, there's a traveling merchant here, so we'll take our opportunity to use some of the money we just got and also sell this elixir. Because it sure as hell will be more useful for me to sell it. Well, maybe it won't, honestly. I don't know, I feel like if I keep it, it's just going to be one of those situations where I'm hoarding an item rather than using it for its immediate benefit of 2,000 gold. But to be fair, 2,000 gold isn't that much now. We can probably get that in a decent, in a short period of time, so. Oh yeah, I got to give Elise the leather boots that I got, so let's do that too before we do anything else. Put that down here. You can have this instead of the cape. It'll be a little less art defense for you, but everything else goes up pretty high, so we'll give that to you. And there we go. Alright, and sell that leather cape. I'll get the one off Rowan eventually when he's able to come back in the party as well. And orange gels, buy 10 of them. Because we sure as hell need them at this point, so we just used a whole bunch of them. I suppose it's better than using life bottles, because life bottles are twice as expensive, so I guess there's that. I'll probably use a pudding cake. We can buy tofu crackers now. I don't think we could do that previously, so that's kind of nice. Maybe I'll use a Mabo curry, actually, because I'm not really worried about our TP. I mean, I guess I should be because of Elise, but I'm not really that worried about our TP. I'll use a Mabo curry. Gotta pay off my debt somehow. Might as well grab the money from this dimension before it disappears off the face of existence. At least then it'll be useful, as long as I can keep the money in my pocket when we leave. Wouldn't it be fucked if the money disappeared after you left the fractured dimension? That'd be terrible. It's like, all the money you got here, gone. Don't even think about it. Alright, back to Leia. Oh, she's already using Dark Visitor. Nice. Oh, by the way, I have an idea for Mind Collapse. So that's kind of what it was. But basically, what you can do with it, well, there's two things you can do with it. So I can hit him up in the air and then use the swing attack that I have there, which is L1, a direction, and square. And what that'll do is it'll hit him away from me towards the Mind Collapse. So I didn't get a chance to really demonstrate it there. But if I use Mind Collapse, knock it behind him, then I knock him up in the air with the L1 square attack, and then I knock him forward with the L1 forward and square attack, I can hit him into the mine without using any more of my TP in the process. So that's the first thing that we can do with Mind Collapse and regular attacks. The second thing we can do is... oh, there's chests here too. Well, I guess we'll take a look around while we're here. Some extra money. That's nice. The second thing we can do, I'll try to demonstrate in the next fight as well. So. Because there's some tech around Mind Collapse that we can do that allows me to keep using it and keep laughing when it goes off without a hitch. I'm really enjoying Mind Collapse. It's just one of those arts where I didn't really appreciate it previously because I used Hammer Toss instead of it. And now I'm like, no, I am fully in the Mind Collapse department. I am fully supportive behind the Mind Collapse camp. We use Mind Collapse around here. I don't know if we stand it yet. I'll have to let you know as we go, but we use it at the very least. So I just like how versatile it is, to be honest, as we'll show over the course of the next few fights, hopefully. Because it's not even a matter of just like, hey, so you can set a mine and then the enemy can run over it. There's more to it than just that. Okay, well, I thought that was going to link, but it did not. I'm going to use a mine right now because look at that, he's going to walk directly into it as I almost walk into that, so... I thought we managed to hit him. We did not. Maybe we did with the first hit.
I can do this.
Well, kind of a waste of a Mabo curry considering we didn't link up the encounter there, but that's okay. More Treant. More spider webs. So, the plan of action, basically, is to do this, then walk up to him, do this, and then that. And that will blow him up, and then I can crushing blow him.
Alright, we did it!
Oh, no reason.
You gotta remember, Jude, you're his favorite. The implications there, knowing that Tipo is Elise's innermost thoughts, are concerning. Oh, nice pop. Let's see if we get a win stick or a lose stick. Does anybody have, like, not max HP yet? Oh, you didn't. It's a win stick. Nice. Well, that'll help. Alright, I don't know if there's any more chests. I don't remember how many chests there actually are in this area, but I think I know we got at least one of them. I'm not really too concerned about the chests in the fractured dimensions. They're gonna collapse from existence pretty soon anyway. So, if I get the items, that's nice. If I don't, I'm not really unenthusiastic about it, you know. Oh, good. A big guy. A big toadstool goblin. I was gonna take, like, a drink, but let me do this so that I can take a drink. I guess they figure, no, you gotta fight something if you've been avoiding the fights, so... Here we go again.
They don't look normal. What a pain.
Makes you think that. Oh, because of the big guy? Who has, Iron Stance for some reason? There we go. I mean, I was getting him, guys. I just had to start a power combo. No big deal.
Chromatus, any time now.
It really isn't that necessary, but... Oh, that's what this is
Wait,
for.
you can't transform? Lousy time
Nope.
to get stage fright.
I don't think that's what this is.
Snap out of it.
Oh, thanks. Whoa. You're pretty precise with those
This place
fireballs.
is very sacred to us, you know.
Well, yeah, I
Outsiders
kind of
aren't
figured.
welcome.
Wait!
We wouldn't be here if we weren't just passing through.
That was the version of Mila from this dimension, right?
Yeah, most
Let's
likely.
Push on to Nia Kara.
She sounded a little more animated in this dimension than she
But we've
was in
got
the
a
Prime
problem.
Dimension.
Isn't Luger our ticket home to the Prime Dimension? If he can't transform anymore, then we're stuck.
That's a good point. We better figure out how to fix this. There are implications here as to how the Chromatus works, but I don't want to talk about what they are just yet, because the game makes it seem like it's a gigantic thing later on. So I'm just gonna let it play out. You can probably guess, but I'm just gonna let it play out. Oh, wild grass seeds. All right, get the hell out of here. The game gives you some context clues as to if you're being perceptive. Okay, this is why he can't transform right now, but if you're not being perceptive, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it. It's all good. I got it. I guess it's worth it to not have used that pudding cake, because now I can use it and then immediately get one back. Was there a chest over here? Well, there's ore. Excuse me. I guess at the very least, ore is universal. Excuse me again. So that's nice. Pardon me, Chirpy. I'm not really interested in fighting you. I'm more interested in fighting the tree ants. Oh, gummy fishies. Well, if I got anywhere I want to go, I guess that's where I'll go. Incidentally, did my cats, like, jump through the breach, like, with me? And that's why they were able to return, even though Rollo and Elle aren't here? Because I feel like they, probably would have been like, okay, we finished up our rounds, where do we go now? Oh, holy hell, he fell through some kind of dimensional wormhole. How are we supposed to get there now? As we all know, cats always land on their feet, even if they have to jump through wormholes, I guess. I feel like that would be scientifically argued, but, you know. Probably gonna see a lot of Leia's attacks and texts, because she's the one that I'm usually linked up with, at least for a little while. Come on. I'm whacking you in the face. You're just gonna walk away from me? What the hell? Okay, I can't knock him into that mine.
Great job, everyone.
Not as great as us, though.
Because that mine is kind of off the map, so it doesn't really work out. Yeah, we're not quite up to tree ant levels yet. French toast. How many do we need anyway? I might go re-roll some of the enemies here if we're like 1 away. Let's see. Treant. 2 away. Yeah, that's close enough. I'll go out and back in, see if I can get any more treants. So we can finish that up so I don't have to do it off screen. Because actually we'll be coming back through the Spirit Way. Well, maybe since... Oh wow, there's a whole ton of them here. I was gonna say, maybe since we're coming through the Spirit Way again, it might be worth it for me to not do this. But since there's so many of them on the screen right now, I guess I might as well. These battles are giving decent money at this point. Yeah, that does help, doesn't it? Oh good, she got Rending Quake, because that's what that just was.
Over already?
Now, I don't remember if Leia can use Rending Quake in the air at first, unless she's done it 100 times. If that's the case, we want to have her use it 100 times as soon as possible, because Rending Quake in midair is one of her better techs. So, can I, like, link you to... I think we tried this in the first game and it didn't work. Like, can I link you to if I just, like, do this? No. Unfortunate. Not well. I was gonna say, that's not gonna knock you anywhere near that mine. However, if you hold down the button for Mine Collapse, so if you hold down the art button after using it, you can actually just blow the mine up directly in their face. So, for example... Okay, well, I was gonna do it there, but they killed the enemy before I could do it. So yeah, if you have a large enemy in front of you, or any size enemy, as you can see by the fact that that Chirpy got hit, you can just hold down the button, and the mine gets collapsed instantly and blows them up and sends them flying and knocks them over. Sometimes you want to do that, and sometimes you don't. If you're fighting a human opponent, you probably don't want to detonate it directly in their face. As funny as it is to just blow up a bomb directly in their face, they will probably tech out of it, which will drop your combo. However, if it's a large enemy, or basically any like non-human entity that you're hitting it with, they probably will not tech out of your combo. So then you can just send them flying, and it'll, you know, do all the good that it can do. But that's one of the reasons why I really like Mine Collapse, is it's very versatile. You can use it in all sorts of situations for different reasons, and it's not that difficult to be like, okay, in this situation, use it like this. It's not like you're doing fighting game combos to do it, you know. So, wait a minute, what would happen if you found a Bunnykins in a fractured dimension? That is a good question. Maybe Elise's story will answer that question. We will find out. I mean, we could look for Bunnykins in this dimension, to be honest. Yeah, maybe we'll find out later. Or a number of the other fractured dimensions, since the vast majority of the side stories in this game involve us going into other fractured dimensions anyway, so... We will see. In the meantime, let's go to Neokara. Because that's where Fractured Mila went. Alt Mila, Fractured Mila,
We have to find
Sundar
them,
Mila.
guys. They're probably all
Maybe
alone
that's a
and
little bit,
scared.
getting a little bit ahead of myself.
Luger!
Hey, the rest of the gang's all here.
Don't make me worry like that.
Sorry, I
Looks like
wouldn't have gotten
everybody's
flung in a
okay.
random direction if I could afford it. And here's my brother, too. Sorry, y'all, I gotta go have a chat. So, okay, sorry, work calling, hang on.
DODA here. After analyzing the coordinate deviation of the fractured dimension, we've determined there's a high probability it contains a way marker.
I mean, if it
If a way
didn't, why would I
marker
be
is found,
here?
Its retrieval will become your top priority.
But that's a capital W way marker, which means it's very
Didn't risk it
important.
all, but it seems things worked out.
What's a way marker?
They're clues to Kanan's location, all hidden in deeply fractured dimensions.
Okay.
They're always fused with catalysts.
Leave the rest to me.
Yeah, but didn't we
I'm
work
taking
well
that
together?
pocket watch.
Can't we work on this at the same time? Really? Seriously, not nice to see you again, bro? How have you been? Did the job work out at the state? That's the first thing you're gonna say to me. Come on, man.
Luger's
Do you know
been
how
worried
much
sick
I've been
about you
worried?
This entire time, Julius. He's public enemy #1. He had to sign on with Spirius.
That true?
Yeah, I couldn't avoid going to jail
sorry.
without it. Well, you know, circumstances.
You leave Spirius to me, Luger, you understand? You don't have to worry about a thing.
Well, I'm kind of already working around that. But I can't really tell you that, or else the plan could go to shit.
This is my daddy's watch.
Hand it
I
over.
forgot. Sorry, I threw it on the
I
ground.
told you it's my daddy's.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Luger's watch and daddy's watch got mashed into a single one.
Is she the one?
Hey, look, another context clue.
Would you mind
Did
taking
you
your
hurt
family
your
drama
arm?
elsewhere? You humans are giving me a headache.
Well, we could take this to the end.
Mila!
Wait, do I know you? I
Not
remember such a motley crew.
directly. Huh. Kit.
You hungry, fat cat?
Always. Right, Rolo?
I'll bet you're always hungry. Come on.
Naturally. Well, one of us is warmed up to the alternate version of Mila.
Wait up.
We should
And
follow
maybe
them,
two of them
Luger.
will?
She might be the catalyst.
I really hope not. Julius, wouldn't I have known if she was the cat? Couldn't I ask Julius about that? He's more experienced at this than I am. He would know, wouldn't
After
he?
you, big bro.
I don't need a minder.
Yeah, well, you're getting one all the same. You just tried to attack Al for crying out loud. So now you
Yeah,
have
and
the
if your
honor of
arm
my
wasn't
constant
broken or
supervision.
whatever, might have happened, and I might have had to be like, okay, what the
I
hell,
feel
bro?
so trusted.
Well, you haven't exactly made yourself trustworthy. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt as much as I can, but my friends, maybe not so much. Anyway, so Fractured Mila is around here somewhere, so let's go find her and Elle, because leaving those two alone might not be a good idea. Yeah, Julius, you got some splaining to do. Is Julius gonna bully a child? No, because my friends won't let him. So, yeah, that's helpful. Can I rest at the inn for free here? Or are they gonna charge me like an exorbitant amount of money because I'm not like supposed to be here? Tofu miso soup, ooh, nice. That's an upgrade over the Mabo curry. Nope, lodging is free, so use it and abuse it. Probably each of the houses has some kind of a treasure in it, because that's how it is in the normal Neokara. There's like, you can go into each house and grab something. So does that mean I'm gonna go do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses? I guess it's not that many. So I guess I can go take a look. Why not? Let's see what we can find by raiding people's houses. Nothing in this one. Probably because it's not in your direct line of sight when you leave that cutscene, so they're like, nobody's gonna go back for it. Or because they just don't have items in the... Yeah, probably in the Fractured Dimensions, judging by... Hang on. Oh, okay, that was just the... That was just the circle with a cross. The no entry sign. Probably in the Fractured Dimensions, there aren't any of those treasures in towns. So... I mean, heck, there's no Spurious Corporation flyers and wanted posters and jobs, so... I guess the rest not being here makes sense as well. We used an orange gel somewhere along the line there. I should probably turn that off when we're not in, like, boss fights, so I think I'll do that. Can I buy all the new stuff? Oh, I can even buy even more new stuff here. We got Bastard Sword and a Bison Bat. These are all where they were. This is new stuff, though, right here, so maybe it's worth it to buy some upgrades while we're in town. Elise still hasn't gotten an upgrade, but everybody else has got access to an upgrade of some kind. Actually, Leia has access to a second upgrade over this one, so that's cool, I guess. We'll just go straight to Bison Bat compared to this, which is quite a substantial upgrade over the other one. So it's a good thing I waited, I guess. Since that's the case, is it worth it waiting for Jude, or no? I don't think it is, honestly. I think if he gets another one, I'll just wait for the the next upgrade after. This is what you've already got. Grab that. Wait for Elise to get an upgrade. We'll grab you this. And we'll grab you this. Because Luger's already got all of his stuff, so there we go. By the way, sometimes it's not a bad idea to keep your weapons. You can buy them later on when you have some more gold to your name to spare. But sometimes they're used in custom orders, so if you're planning on giving the characters custom order weapons, especially elemental ones, it might be worth it to keep old weapons. I think Luger never has to worry about that, but other characters do, so. Just a word to the wise. Oh, speaking of a word to the wise, I have to give a boot, literally, to Rowan, so let me do that while he's in the party, in case he decides to stay in town or something after this. I don't know. Leather cape a go-go. There we go. And then, okay, weapons are done. Let's check the armor shop. We have some new stuff. So the Armée helm is an upgrade for Luger, so let's grab one of those for him. Silver hat's an upgrade for Rowan. Grab one of those. Silver circlet, upgrade for Leia. Fancy ribbon, upgrade for Elise. Iron guard, an upgrade for Jude. A chainmail, upgrade for Alvin. I should have enough money by the end of this. Long coat, okay. We might not have enough for the silver cloak, just by what we've got there. We need about 600 more, okay. So let's equip everything first, then we'll sell all the old stuff, and then we'll see how much money we need from there. I do want to buy some other stuff before we go as well. I want to buy one more set of leather boots if I can. If I can't, it's okay. I probably won't get the opportunity to, but I'm going to try to. Let's see. You've already got the Armée helm. Give you the chainmail. Silver hat for you. Long coat for you. And then sell all the armor stuff. We don't need any more. And still slightly short, which actually is fine, to be honest, because now I can just sell some of this other stuff that I've got, like Puricite, because that's worth a pretty decent chunk of money. And then there's a few other things down here I can sell. What am I probably going to be able to get pretty easily? Scorpion Tail I should be able to get pretty easily again. I'm not really worried about the sake or any of that stuff, so maybe I'll sell that as well. There we go. Just a little bit of extra cash on hand so that way we can finish upgrading our items. And then, I don't know if that's going to equip it on Elise, so let's just do it ourselves. There we go. And now, one more thing. Want to buy one more set of leather boots if I can over here. Although the wisdom ring will probably be pretty useful as well in the future. But the boots, because of the physical resistances they give you, I usually prefer those, at least for now, over other stuff. So, and food. We got a pudding cake. Did I grab an extra mabo curry when I was doing that? I did. Okay, so we're good for now. I don't know if we have enough to do all the upgrading I'd like to do, but we'll talk about that once we actually get to that point. First, let's go grab Elle from... Oh, okay, I guess she's making herself at home. Rolo as well. So that's good.
How come you're so late?
Hey,
well, I was
Star,
buying
you're a
stuff.
speed demon, kiddo.
You're so fast. Don't run off by yourself. That sounds too authoritarian. You had me worried. I mean, I guess I'd be in that mood, so... I think this gives you L
I'm
points.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure you're okay.
Fancy looking feast you have there, Rolo.
Mila made
Alternate.
it for us. It's super tasty.
I was gonna say alternate version of a royal feast.
Mila's really into cooking, but she says no one in the village will eat her food. I wonder how come.
Maybe because they feel
What
like
do you
it would be
people think you're doing in my
sacrilegious.
home?
Hey!
Sorry,
the
we
soup
just
wasn't
let
gross
ourselves
at
in.
all. Thank you.
Well, you must be eating some pretty terrible stuff if you thought my cooking was good.
So there's the Sundare part.
My daddy makes all my food for me, and he's a super duper good cook.
So she
I
would
spent
be the
hours and
authority.
hours making his special soup. He's the best cook ever. Yeah.
So if she says your food's
If it's
good,
that
take the
good,
compliment.
Maybe I'll ask him for the recipe.
There you
I
go.
can ask him for you. You know, 'cause you fed me and all.
I'd like that. Oh,
I'm
welcome
glad
back.
she's establishing. Oh, a rapport.
You've been concocting that putrid human food again, haven't you?
Oh.
I'm sorry, Muse. These people were hungry. I couldn't just...
Oh, okay, what the hell?
How much that smell bothers me.
What's going
Well,
on
then
with your
don't
eyes?
go in here. Like, what?
Forgive me, Muse.
What are you doing?
Oh. Well,
in the
I
world?
can do that again now, so that's cool.
What's wrong?
Well, I
Muse,
think I can see
what
what's
was
wrong.
that?
Ow!
You're stammering. Anyway,
How can you even tell?
it's
You won't
time for
open
me
your
to be
eyes.
going.
Yes, Muse.
Mila.
You're done here, aren't you? You'd best leave before we return.
She has a strained relationship with her sister in this
Into
dimension,
Luger,
huh?
perhaps.
You mean
I
to
think we
tell me
found
Muse
the,
is catalyst?
Yeah.
Yes, for a certainty.
Thanks, bro. I wasn't sure.
This world will disappear.
I
Great.
wonder where those two were going.
I bet the villagers would know.
Let's split up and ask them.
Let's ask around town, gang.
Please take care of Jude. I don't want him involved in this.
I
What, are
understand.
you gonna get
He's
involved in
good
this?
hands. Jude, Elise, why don't you join me?
I guess it's fine. They're taking my caster away, but at least we still have Leia. And Alvin. A bit forceful, huh?
Wow, look at all the animals. Hey, what are those?
Those are called repigs.
Repig. Iguana.
A what?
Iguana. You're next, Jude.
Wait, what?
I'm
It's
confused.
a word game? Build off of it, Jude.
So, another animal on top of the rapig.
Rupiguana? Napple?
That's not an animal, but
Apple. You're up, Leia.
okay.
Me? Oh,
Let's see how your lexicon's coming along, Leia.
Trap iguana apple.
Alvin.
Oh, man. That's a hard one. Oh, mousetrap. Mousetrap iguana apple. L, go.
No. Napple? Napple pie. Mousetrap iguana apple pie. Jude's turn.
Damn, they're really good at
We're
this.
still going? Llama. Llama's trap iguana apple pie.
Mouse? Really, Jude?
I don't know about that one.
Eminent Dr. Jude pronounces llama as lamau.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I panicked.
New one for
Why?
Llama. Loser starts, Jude.
It's just a game, Jude. Also, Lamau. That is all.
Mila's cooking was pretty good, huh?
Well, there you go. That's as long as those two are happy, that's all we need. All right, so all we got to do is go find fractured Mila, and hopefully that'll take care of the rest. Oh, wow, that's impressive. Also a little spooky. I'm not so sure Mila herself did it as much as Muse might have done it, but Anyway, we'll figure that out later. Let's stick. Yeah, we can stick the party like that because then, if I do that, it'll be similar, very close, about 75% of the way to what I want the party to look like later on. So, what do I mean by that? Let's go find out, shall we? Let's check our orb first, and then we'll be good to go. I was gonna say I don't think we really got much, so I don't really think I need to worry too much about that. Arts are okay, so you got Rending Quake. We definitely want you to keep using Rending Quake, so that's good. Turn Sonic Thrust off, god damn it. We don't need it. Do I need I guess I'll keep Demon Fang on, that's fine. Demon Whip, Homing Shot, Punishing Shot, Terror Rupture, Charge Blow, Squall Shot. I don't think I'm gonna use Demon Inferno. I think I'll leave it because of the knockdown limit in this game. I don't think it's as useful as it was in the first game. So as for you, Yeah, honestly, all that stuff's good. Just keep that. Oh, and she got Elemental Impulse as well, by the way. And it's more useful in this game because of the fact that they added the physical elements. Now, you can't get a physical element out of Elemental Impulse. It'll only ever give you a magical elemental property, so one of the 6. But oftentimes enemies in this game are weak to both one type of physical attack and one type of magical attack, so Elemental Impulse can help with that. But also, Elemental Impulse can help with characters like Leia, who can't hit all of the elements in a single combo. So, like, she can't hit Darkness Element, I don't think. So she can Elemental Impulse, give herself Darkness Element if the enemy's weak to it, and then she can hit for Dark Element. Or you could give her a weapon that hits for Dark, but yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stick... I was going to stick Rapid Burst there, but Jesus Christ, 21 TP to use it? I don't know how I feel about that. I'm still trying to figure out what kind of a combo I want to do for Luger, and I'm not sure if I exactly have a great idea just yet. But, I'll figure it out, I guess. I usually don't use the dual pistols all that much anyway. I mostly just use the hammer, so we'll just leave it. Are we fooded up, or we are not fooded up? Let's use that French toast. Why not?
So I guess Muse's headed to the Hollow Mont?
Sounds like it. Good for us.
Oh, good. I'm glad they gave us that information without me even talking to anybody. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's where they're going. So that's where we're headed, is we got to head back to the shrine and then head in order to get to the Hollow Mont so we can catch up to the two of them and probably have a bad time because Mila's going to be like, why are you trying to murder my sister? Even though her sister physically and emotionally abuses her. So that's just great. Glad we added physical and emotional abuse within a family to this game's list of sins. Rollo's owner.
So are you Rolo's owner, or is it Glasses Guy here?
No, it's definitely Julius.
That's right. I found him 3 years ago when he was still a newborn kitten. You remember that night, Luger? You'd just been shot down by a girl you liked and had run away from home.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, bro.
I'm afraid so. I went out searching for Luger and found him crouching over Rollo in some back alley.
Wah, wah.
But didn't you and that Nova girl end up being friends?
Wait, really? You're gonna just tell her the whole thing?
Glasses Guy knows all sorts of interesting stories.
And he knows all sorts of things I can use to blackmail Luger if anything ever goes
I'm glad
wrong.
you like them, but is it really necessary to keep calling me Glasses Guy?
What, you can tease Luger but you can't handle a nickname? Some mature big brother you are.
Damn, she's got both of your numbers. She's got you both eaten out of the palm of her hand. That's just great. And she's only 6. You imagine what kind of a person she's gonna be when she gets to be older? Holy cow, look out. Almost didn't grab that. Probably didn't need it, it's just a dark bottle, but, you know.
Seems you've gotten a bit better at this.
Thanks. I didn't have much of a choice. Another ice pop. Reunion with Julius.
What happened with your job at the station?
That didn't work
I
out.
see. So you entered this dimension deliberately. You're an agent of Bakur's, or rather, of the Spurious Corporation.
Yeah, that's about right. I'm not sure Beasley necessarily told me the truth, to be honest. I feel like he kind of withheld information, which is not exactly telling me the truth, because it's not the whole truth. So I guess I have the same job as you. Well, I think you were a little higher up than I am now, but kind of the same job.
I see. I've always strived to be a brother you could be proud of. Now that seems to have backfired spectacularly.
Yeah, me wanting to be in your occupation doesn't really help your case.
Everything has a dark side. That includes the Spurious Corporation. And it includes me.
Well, it includes me too now, because I've accidentally murdered people in broken reality as well, so...
explore our dark side. In fact,
I don't have much
you
of a
need to
choice
stay the hell
now,
out of it.
brother.
Luger. Rollo. You're right. I shouldn't treat him like a child. But I'm his big brother. I can't help it.
Yeah, I get that.
Sorry. You don't need to hear my grumbling. Thanks, Rolo. You might be more mature than I am.
At least, no matter what happens to our family, we will always have Cat. Alvin learned a skill. Great. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna avoid the fights at this point. I mean, we could fight them with just the 3 characters in the party, but like, nah. They aren't really necessary, so why would I want to bother, you know? Oh good, another French toast to replace the one I just ate. Alright, back to the shrine. By the way, if you try to go to the Zagat Flood Meadow or the other place, Kajara Sea Falls, I don't think you get the
I
opportunity
thought I told you to leave.
Yeah, we've got a problem.
I forgot to tell the paper I was going undercover.
I was gonna say, how do you even have service here? But
What are you
okay.
doing?
She's holding a Spyrex. It's our mission to destroy Spyrex technology, along with anybody who uses it.
We've really riled her up. So now what?
We'll have to use force. Let's lie our way out of... I feel like neither of these options are good options. I mean, it's probably easier to come clean with her later if we try to lie our way out of this, so...
Luger, don't! I'm the smooth talker. Leave it to me.
You lied
Okay.
to a friend?
Don't forget, she's going to disappear soon anyway.
Isn't she gonna get a little upset that we're talking amongst ourselves, whispering and not telling her?
Hey, listen to me. There's something wrong with your sister. You know that, don't you?
With Muse? That's preposterous.
Well, she abuses you, emotionally and physically. She was always such a witch. Oh boy, that's a standing accusation. But let's try to ease her into this one, shall we?
Yes, but that's my fault. She lost her sight because of me.
How'd that happen? Doesn't it seem like something is controlling her? I mean, that sort of behavior doesn't just come through overnight.
My sister's a great spirit. Nothing can control her.
She can
sure?
control you.
Ever noticed Muse talking to herself as though somebody else is right there with her? Almost like she was possessed?
How'd you know that?
You saw it too, right? That thing glowing in her body? There's no way you could have missed it.
You know, I'm not hearing any
What was
lies
that?
so far. I feel like
It's
we're
a
just kind of
divergence
easing her into the
illness.
truth.
It possesses people and warps reality.
It's a bad thing, and we have to get rid of it.
An object that warps reality. It's just like a Spyrex.
I mean, if that's
The
the
two
way
of
you
you
want
used
to
to be
reconcile it,
inseparable, weren't you?
sure.
Is she really the type of person who would smack her own sister like that?
Never. Muse was always so kind. She lost her sight, trying to protect me. The
Well, I was gonna
sister I
say,
remember.
Muse being kind is probably the reason why
different
she's the
person.
catalyst, because she is
Good
the
thing
most different
Luger
thing
here
around
has the
here.
power to smoke out catalysts and destroy them.
Yeah, again, I feel like we're not telling her any lies, we're just withholding information. Hold on, I will show you. It's morphing time.
The power of the spirits?
I don't know, honestly, but it does
If
help
this
me destroy
catalyst is
catalysts,
destroyed,
so...
will Muse go back to normal?
That is the question. Yes, trust us or not, it's your call. Whew. So lie all the way, completely, in order to get her on our side, or say trust us or not, it's your call, and maybe potentially ruin the... I'm just going to say yes. I don't want to ruin our chances here. We can apologize later.
Fine. I'll help you until the catalyst is destroyed. After which you leave this place and never return.
That
My
sounds like a
sister
pretty
relies on
easy deal
sound
to
and
keep.
smell to get around. Eliminate those, and she's dead in the water.
You sure about this?
Come. She should be at the top of the Nia Kara Holomont.
I was going to say, I don't think dead in the water is the right metaphor you want to use. Technically, I've done it already. Multiple
Stop giving
times.
the kid so much grief, Julius. Sometimes you need to get your hands dirty.
I mean, we did just lie her into persuading
That's
her to
what
do
worries me.
stuff. Mila is not currently equipped with an extractor because the allium orb does not exist in this world. Be sure to set her extractor so she can learn arts and skills like the rest of the party. So in case it wasn't obvious, we get fractured Mila in the party. That's cool. She comes in at the same level. Let's see how she is on her allium orb compared to everybody else. Oh. Yeah, this is going to take a while. So we're just going to drop her directly into Yggdrasil and hope for the best. It takes a while to build her up, but I'm not really too concerned about it. We will be building her up a little bit slowly, though, by comparison to everybody else, considering, you know, it's, yeah, it's that. So, but she'll get other stuff eventually. It's unfortunate she doesn't have Splash yet, because that's kind of one of her bread and butter skills, but yeah, having her back in the party should help us out a little bit with it. Luger, what extractor do I want to give you? Falling Snow is very tempting. Excuse me. What, Okay, so you only need Earth to get Falling Snow. Now, Falling Snow is, speaking of bread and butter skills, Falling Snow is one of Luger's bread and butter skills. It's very useful. It's a slash art. It has 27 TP cost, sure, but it's probably one of those ones. Basically what it does is you hit them and you go through them. So like you can almost use it to dodge in certain cases. You can use it to stun enemies later on once it gets to a higher level and has a chance at increased stun rate. It's very versatile, similar to Mind Collapse, but a lot faster. So we'll probably try for that. What else have we got? Thousand Swords, I'm not really a big fan of. Bullet Vengeance, neither. Requiem is another arcane art, so that's kind of nice. Migrating Sparrows is also pretty nice, so maybe we'll work on that. If I had Earth and Wind, that would be great, but I don't have that yet. Oh yeah, Spitfire. I think we kind of got to work on Spitfire, to be honest. And then maybe we can go to one of the other ones. I don't know. Either way, let's work on getting Spitfire before we get anything else, and then we'll go from there. If his fire element ends up a little bit higher, I'm really okay with that, to be honest. It doesn't really bother me. So, we'll just leave it the way it is for now, and we'll go from there. Alright, but anyway, now that Fractured Mila is in the party, let's see what we've got in the shrine. Oh, a long coat for her. What's she come equipped with, anyway? Anything good? Silver circlet and a hard coat. Okay, so the long coat is just a direct upgrade. This is, by the way, why I bought another set of leather boots, because I knew she was going to be in the party in a moment, so I said, nah, let's just buy it. So that way she can be all outfitted like everybody else. Some more stuff. Man, you guys keep giving me stuff like this. I'm going to think I'm doing a challenge dungeon in Final Fantasy IV or something like that. But yeah, and we even get a Blessed Blade for her, which will be useful immediately, because it has Light Element and restores HP at regular intervals. This is the kind of weapon that you would basically only get from a custom order, and they give it to you for free here, so it's really nice to have. What do you have skills-wise, anyway? Okay, we got Fire Guard, you've got the level 1 stuff, Solid Guard, Power Charge 2, Safe Landing is tempting. Speaking of tempting, there's Temptation. TP combo support, level restore. Yeah, we kind of got to put on her shifts. Those are pretty useful. I need to set Alvin up, by the way, to... Well, I can probably leave Hidden Target on him for now, because we're going to use that in a little bit. Speaking of which, you've still got it. You've also got Hidden Targets. We'll set that up for you. And I need to set Alvin's strategy up so that he's not on Protect Himself anymore, and you can just go to up to you for now. I do need to switch those later on, though, because there's going to be another boss fight coming up in just a little bit that we will need to accommodate that for. Let's see, linked arts, we have do not use, and then do not use. Okay, so there we go. Arts, which of the arts do I want you to use? So, Shimmer Spin's fine. I don't really care for Sigil Spear or Mystic Wheel. Condemnation's nice, and then she's got all this other stuff. And yeah, we can keep all that. So. Alright, I think we're all head full. Let's pull back the curtain and head to the Hollowmont so we can kill the other monsters that we need over here, because they are the same as they were, so that's helpful at least. What do we gotta do in here? Let's just check the enemy data. we've got... that's all in the thing. Here's the hollow mount. So we got to get 12 more floral harpies. The butterflies are done. 7 treants and 5 mares. So these. So if I see any butterflies, we don't really need to fight them. Although I might end up fighting them anyway, just because they're pretty prevalent around here, from my understanding. But let's go see just how prevalent they are.
It sure is great to be working with you, Mila.
There's nothing great about it. I'll cooperate, but that doesn't make us friends.
There's the Sundare again. Oh, good, an apple gel. I feel like they should give me a couple more of those, but, you know, like, I guess it is just a treasure bag, so it's not really a chest or something. Ooh, a strong mare. Come along, young lady. I don't know how you back attacked me, but sure, why not? I guess that'll do. Alright, let's see what Mila can do. Okay, that's nice. We get some slashing arts now, so we basically have access to some slashing arts for everybody. Or not slashing arts, but link arts for everybody now because of the fact that she can use Frost Edge. And then you've got the shot element stuff with Alvin.
Pretty cool sword, right? It's a blade and a gun.
Guess even grown-up boys still want to play with toys.
And all little girls have smart mouths.
And then, of course, there's also Mila's partner skill from the first game. She can bind foes. I think her bind chance in this game is a little bit higher than it was in the first game as well, because I think in the first game it was like a 1 or 2% chance or something, and here it's closer to 5%, I want to say.
The path
I could be
here is
wrong
steep,
about that,
so be careful. Especially you two.
Okay, be careful, Rolo.
Well, Rolo didn't say it, but meow.
Don't mess up my big scoop. Try fire.
I hope I hit somebody with that. And I did.
Not yet.
Hungry hunter! Crushing ball! Cover me!
Just the link pillar? Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Good work.
Okay. I thought I was going to whack him directly into it there, but...
You should get things done.
No such luck, unfortunately. It's
I
okay,
feel
though.
Good.
I'm trying to get more used to using physical attacks in tandem with arts, though, because it will make it easier for us to maintain TP over the course of the game. So, just trying to mix things up a little bit. A lot of the solo videos of this game that you'll see where people are fighting something with just the one character, they'll use a lot of arts in a row, and while that it is really cool to watch, it's kind of problematic when you're trying to play it in a fresh game where you don't have access to stuff like the Risk Ring, where you can just use all arts for 1 TP but take twice the amount of damage you normally would. Yeah, that's not really feasible on a fresh game playthrough, so I'm trying to like mix things up so that I'm not like... so that I can find ways to play the game without using all of my TP up because I don't have access to the Risk Ring, basically. Oh, Lava Curry, okay. I'll be back for you. Just go kill one more thing and then I'll come back down. Oh, Rowan got a skill. Probably Luger's not going to be too far behind, and I think he'll actually have just enough SP to equip Spitfire, which will be nice because that'll give me more of an excuse to actually use the guns because they're basically going to turn into TP batteries if I do that, so...
You want to play rough, huh?
Okay, well, didn't get a chance to knock him into it, but that's fine.
Good work.
Hungry hunter! Crushing ball!
Okay, and that takes care of
This
that.
battle would make a great article.
Sure it would, Leia, sure it would. Alright, let's go grab that Mabo Curry. There should be enough enemies for the remainder of the area before we make it to the top. to finish this Mabo curry so I can use something like that soda rice that we got. Unfortunately, because we use the spicy chicken roll in the Kronos fight, even though there's a boss fight coming up, we won't get as much experience from it. But that's okay. Just as long as you don't use like a Gald boosting one on a boss fight in this game, you'll be fine. Just remember again that the reason why you don't want to use a Gald boosting one is because bosses in this game don't give you Gald, because that would make paying your debt too easy, I guess. They just want Ludger to stay indebted to society forever? Well, it's not even society, it's just the health organization that caused him to not die. Mila and Muse, what could have been? Bakura.
Mila's sister is horrible. She's scary, and she's so mean to Mila.
Well, the Prime Dimension Muse is a bit different from the one here.
I can't believe Fractured Muse is somehow even worse than Prime Muse.
Is Mila gonna understand any of this?
Fractured? Prime?
Enough already. What do any of you know about my sister?
Oh, I didn't... I'm sorry.
In this dimension, it's Mila who seems to be dependent on Muse.
I mean, to be fair, Muse wasn't dependent on Mila in the Prime Dimension. Muse was dependent on whomever she could get her hands on.
How can you like her after what she said about your cooking? If I said something like that, my daddy would get really angry, and I bet he wouldn't like me anymore.
That is a very 6-year-old way of looking at the world.
So I'd never say something like that.
But at least it gives her good morals.
More complicated than that.
Even though you're siblings?
It's complicated because we're siblings.
That doesn't make any sense.
It's complicated because we're siblings. Is that how I sound?
I'm glad that you're finding some opportunities for character growth here, Julius, because that's kind of nice, actually. Is this Bakura? I don't remember. Did the regular Bakuras even give me money? I don't think so. Well, I'm going to kill it with Mabo Curry on anyway, because why the hell not? Hell, it might not even be a regular Bakura. Never mind.
Keep your guard up. It's not working!
Line collapse!
Damn, I can't move it with my attacks. He almost went into it anyway, but you know. Okay, got him.
We were so awesome!
Yeah, no Gald from him, but a lot of elemental ore, so that at the very least is
You've
nice.
gotten stronger.
And we got Spitfire. Cool. So let's equip that now, because we might as well. Again, a little bit of a waste of Mabo Curry, but that's okay. I'm not really too concerned about it. There will be opportunities for us to use Mabo Curry in more effective ways later on. So. Alright, Spitfire, where are you at? Yeah, I had a feeling it was closer down here. That's 8, so it's going to be a little bit before I can use it. I guess I could undo HP gain 2, because honestly, 10% HP each time you defeat an enemy is pretty nice, and this doesn't pass to other people, so maybe I'll just unequip this. Excuse me, because like 10% per enemy you kill is pretty nice. Like, I don't feel like it's necessary to get the rest, you know? So. Oh, and by the way, the reason why Spitfire will be particularly nice is because in combination with Pierce, which lets you hit more enemies in a line with the pistols, and Long Barrel to give them increased range, now we can hit things from really far across the field, or things that are behind the things that are really far across the field, especially at the beginning of a fight, and just generate a whole ton of TP for ourselves. So it'll make our lives quite a bit easier. I think, anyway. We're going to find out how true that is in a little bit, but, you know. Oh, good, Mila's getting a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, what am I looking for? The enemy data. What we got left here? Floral Harpy, still haven't seen any of those. And then the Treant. Alright, so we don't need to fight any of these other guys if I can get around. The movement in here is a little wonky because there's not really much room to maneuver, unfortunately, around the other enemies that are here. But I'll do my best. Okay, a Garnet, that's nice. Don't know that that's necessary for the next fight. I'd rather have something that increases dark resistance for the next fight, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. Next fight's a little iffy, if you want my honest opinion. But we'll talk about it when we get there. So, oh good, nothing that I need.
Hungry
It
hunter!
doesn't like light.
There, got him. Hit him to me, Alvin.
Follow my lead.
Do what she says,
Time for our friendship pose. Peace.
Okay, got some good effect out of the Mabo Curry there because of the lottery skill, so that's good. And we swapped over to the guns, so that should help out with Spitfire a little bit as well. And I believe Mila got Splash out of that art learning that she got from the elemental ore, so that should be helpful as well for the upcoming fight, because that means she has access to 4 elements. So
We're
that should.
almost to the summit.
Muse.
We will see what happens with Muse when we get there. I'm gonna fight this thing. Okay, I was gonna not get back attacked if possible, but hey.
Get ready.
Oh, I turned off Rolling Thunder. Yeah. So yeah, that's how Spitfire works, exactly like that. So you hold down the button and you get a total of 4 attacks rather than 2.
Mind collapse!
Aw. He's just barely off of it.
I know you got this.
This is my power.
And we got another lottery proc for our last Mabo Curry effect, so that's good. We did not get a Wonder Shaft, nice. We did not get a level for anybody out of that, but that's okay. We should be able to make use of it anyway. I guess just a few gels. Well, let me use the ice pops I've got first before we use the gels. Nice wind stick. Another wind stick, nice. And then a couple of orange gels for the 3 of you. There we go. Alright, now, how do we want to do this? I could set Protect Yourself for this one, but honestly, I'm trying to think how this next fight normally goes. I guess I could set, like, only Heal and Spirit Arts only for Leia and Mila, respectively. I guess I could set Alvin to protect himself. Let's see how it goes. Nah, I kind of want Alvin to help out with this one if possible, and we'll see how it goes when that happens. Yeah, to be honest, I'm kind of okay with that setup. So we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't go well, I'll do some changes on the fly. This fight can be tough. It's like most of the fights in this game. It can be tough. It just kind of depends on how the AI behaves or not. Or rather, if they behave or not. I shouldn't have saved because I didn't eat anything. So let's eat now. I guess just a soda rice is fine, because we won't get money. I could use the tomato a la mode as well to get extra elemental ore for Mila while she's here. Actually, that might be more worth it, because we're going to get a level out of this next fight anyway. So, I mean, we got like 800 experience points for fighting Kronos, so we'll probably get a similar amount from this boss fight. Elemental ore might be more worth it. So we'll use the tomato a la mode. Especially since it'll be gone immediately after this, because it's only a 1 battle thing. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, there we go. Let's head to the summit and meet our destiny. Honestly, like the other boss fight that we did today with Kronos was manageable because I knew exactly how to micromanage it. Didn't get a chance to practice this one, so this might be more of a shit show. We'll have to see how this goes.
Over there.
Please, I've carried out my mission beyond your expectations.
Oh, here we go
May I
again.
finally return to the spirit realm now?
Every night.
It's not exactly the
my
same
sister
reason
mutters things like this to herself.
as the last
talking to your
game,
daddy?
but
I don't know. She refuses to tell me. Listen, I'll distract her, but it won't work for long.
okay.
Hey.
What did I say about wandering beyond the shrine?
But I was worried about you. What are you doing here, Muse?
None of your business.
Why would you say that to me? You used to tell me everything.
I have
They
nothing
they
more to
really
say
did
to you,
say,
Mila.
hey, so she was
Now
too
go
monotonous in the
home.
last game. Let's make her actually do things in this one. Huh.
Tell me why. Tell me the reason you've been acting like this.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know if you have to go that far with it, but like, okay. Here I go. Okay, never mind. Here I don't go. She dispelled the fire.
Mila, you made your sister very angry.
And also burned her. Just a
What they
smidge, by the
told
looks
me
of it.
was true.
I tried to warn you.
How dare you call me that human?
Well, that's an insult. She's a spirit. Come on now. Elle, I don't think it's a good idea to do that.
Look out! Damn it!
Are we all gonna go in slow motion here? Hold on! I got this! As the frame counter drops to single digits. Alright, let's see what you've got, Muse. See if I remember how to chromatis.
What happened to you, his sister?
No. Muse!
Nope.
It doesn't like light.
Okay, so anyway, she's weak to light. She'll use Illusionary Charge a lot in this fight to try to get around your attacks. I believe she's going for a Arrivederci right now. Try to stay linked to Mila, though. Okay, well, not going for that, so. If you see her charging a fire elemental attack, though, definitely go try to get away because she's using Flame Ring, so. Okay, well, this is working somewhat, at least for now, so. I'm still burning, but, you know. Oh, I turned off Crimson Fury. Why did I do that? Hold on. Let me fix that. No, I didn't turn it off. It just ate my input. Okay, never mind. I can turn this off, though. We don't need that. So what do we have access to with Mila here? Just want to make sure I know what I'm getting into. So we got Frost Edge. We know that part. So I guess Time Disintegration will see some good use. Shining Stinger with Swift Strike. Maybe I should turn Swift Strike back on. Shining Stinger's pretty good. I'm going to turn Swift Strike back on. Let's hope I remember to use that, so. But yeah, try to, like, keep her at bay as best as possible. It'll make your job a lot easier if you just kind of get in her face as much as possible. Because then she can't cast as much as she might want to. And that's usually Muse's big thing, so.
Rage onward.
But yeah, see how she moves like that? If you, if Mila binds her when she moves like that, it will make things a lot easier for you to keep her at bay, so. Ow. Well, I've gotten broken, so I'm gonna have to be mindful of that in a second.
Rage onward. Storm and bellow forth.
Okay. I probably should just blow that directly up in her face, huh? The mind collapse, that is. Now she dodged out of the way again. Nope. And even if you're just using the generic ones, Link Pillar and all that, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it if that's what you're using. It'll work out. So, I am glad I am not linked to Alvin right now. Do I have Fury Stoke on? I hope I do. I don't know if I use. I might just have Hidden Target, to be honest. But basically, you don't want her to use Gravity Well. If she uses Gravity Well during Overlimit, she will just do whatchamacallit again, so... Oh, I got stunned. Okay. I was like, what's happening? Alright, recharge my TP a little bit. Wow, she baited me. Yeah, I'll try to get an extra combo going with the swords, but it's not always necessary, you know? Especially in situations like this. You want to run the hell away from this. Okay, well, I'm glad that you protected against that, Alvin, because it might turn into a Mystic Guard. Okay, never mind. It didn't turn into a Mystic Guard. I can't even swap weapons here. There we go. Get to a better iron stance. Oh god, run away! Okay, it's a good thing I was on the swords there. Ouch. I don't think I can go anywhere right now, so... Okay, never mind, it's gone now. No, get back here. You're not allowed to leave. Oh god, she's right in my face. Hold on. Well, that wasn't very nice. Okay, we're running now. I'm gonna walk away from Leia so I don't accidentally catch her in the Gravity Well, if Gravity Well happens to happen here. Well, Hidden Target at the very least will protect me. Oh, she's out of Overlimit now, so it's okay. I was gonna say it's fine, but I guess it's not as fine as I'd like it to be. Oh, we got broken. That's not good. Ow. Damn. My break again. I can't Crimson Fury in the air yet. I haven't used it enough. There we go. Okay, got her before I had to Frost Edge. So that actually went really well, all things considered. I figured that was going to be tougher than it was. We got 110 gold from somewhere. I wonder if Leia picked that up from, like, item stealing from her. I didn't link with her, though, so... I guess you just get gold from this fight. And it figures, because lottery procced as well. And for defeating Muse, we finally get access to the Art Sphere. I've been waiting for this one for a while, and it will be very helpful because now we have 16 slots to set our arts in, so now it'll make it easier to get some combos going because we can just set a whole bunch of arts in a whole bunch of places. And yeah, like it says there, it lets you increase the amount of arts you can set. You hold L1, and then you have access to 8 more arts. Just press the same buttons you would press for the other ones, up, down, left, right, on the left stick in R1, or up, down, left, right on the right stick, just with L1 held, and that's 8 more arts.
Man, I feel good.
This is the result of my hard work. Heck yeah!
Hey, you better not underestimate me.
Kind of hard to, considering how much stuff you just got. Alright, now for the hard part. Where I have to tell Milo that this was all a lie and...
I don't need your pity, you putrid, pathetic, pitiful human.
Okay, this is not...
Die! Die!
Luger, this is not okay. Choking is not allowed. Save Mila. Hang in there, Mila. I'm a-coming. Your fight is with me now. I can do this all... Okay, I was gonna say I can do this all day, but... That'll work.
You made me do this.
Boy, she's gonna be really angry when she breaks with reality, isn't she?
Human can harm me.
I'm not any human. I'm your sister.
Hang on, I got this. Okay, there we go. Sorry, Muse. This is probably gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me. Did they really need... You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it. I don't want to.
Music.
Well, that's it, gang. We can go home. Sorry, Mila. Well, this is new. Wonder what this is all about. Is she supposed to stay here when reality breaks, and she was from that
We're back.
reality?
So, the fractured dimension is kaput?
Judging by the fact that everything turned to glass and broke just now, I'd say
Is
yeah.
that the way marker to Canaan?
It's some kind of fancy time-looking thing, so I'd assume yeah.
What just happened?
How are you still here? Well, this is
What the
new.
hell's that Mila doing in our dimension?
Julius, has this ever happened before? Well, he
What
knew
happened to
something.
Muse? Someone tell me what's going on already.
Well, I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to come clean on this, but, your world, doesn't exist anymore. Sorry.
Then where are we right now?
This is
Our
the prime
world,
dimension.
It's different from yours.
Welcome to
Quit
it.
talking nonsense.
I wish it
What
was
about my
nonsense.
sister? She's back to normal now, isn't she?
Well, she's as normal as everyone else in your dimension, and by that I mean she's dead.
I'm afraid the Muse
So-
you knew is gone.
Along with the rest of your world.
Sorry for lying to you about
Well, I
it.
do know one thing.
Ow. Yeah, I probably deserve that.
You lied to me, damn it!
Quit it! Luger was just doing his job!
It's fair.
His job?
I still
What
lied.
sort of job involves destroying an entire world?
You know, you should ask my boss that one.
Don't. It's a Spyrex.
Julius, can you keep her busy for 2 seconds while I talk to our boss? She seems despondent. Now's a
Are you
good time.
okay? I guess you destroyed the catalyst, right?
Oh, good. You guys didn't
So
just
you all
get
made it
destroyed
back
with the
too.
dimension.
Yeah, we're fine. Elise and Rowan are with me.
Cool.
Mission accomplished, guys. Let's regroup.
We've got some news though. We'll talk about it when we get back.
Come on.
I mean, I guess she has nowhere else to go now, so
What? What just happened?
I guess we can take her with us. She's not in the party at the moment, unfortunately. We had to let her not be in the party, so that's bad. But, you know, I guess at least I get Yggdrasil back. Okay, so enemy data on the way out of here while we're thinking about it. Floral Harpy and Magistus Treant. Okay, so the tree's in the Harpies. I will attempt to look for... Excuse me, both. There's a harpy. I'm so happy I found a harpy. Now you try it, spoilers. I'm so happy I found a harpy. You could say it with a little more enthusiasm. If you don't know what the hell I'm saying there, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later. Wow, we're really killing these things quick now, aren't we? I mean, I guess to be fair, I put them at low HP, so that's probably why we're killing them so quick.
Thanks again!
Didn't really work out with that guy. Maybe one of them will run over it? No, I guess not.
Crushing blow!
Damn.
You did it! Thanks again!
Where's my guns? Yeah, see how much TP we're getting back from each shot with the Spitfire shots there?
Served up to your liking?
Now imagine doing that when there's multiple enemies bunched up in the same area, like at the beginning of a fight or something. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we're cooking with the gas. Yeah, I guess a pudding cake is fine. We'll probably be done with that by the time we get out of here. I wonder if it's worth it to grab all this elemental ore right now, because really out of anybody, the only... Oh hey, another harpy. The only one that I was trying to get any stuff for was, well, Mila. Sorry, went to go torture yourself in Yggdra Union? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, that sounds like fun. Welcome back. So we got our bunnykins in the form of a fractured version of Mila. Yes, and she's even the Sundare version. So we got ourselves a... I don't know, what would that be considered in a gacha game? Oh, here's Spitfire in action. Watch.
Try shooting it.
Yeah, look at all the TP we're getting back from the shots here. See? So, yeah, Spitfire with Pierce and Long Barrel, pretty nice. They work well in tandem with one another. It's not fun torturing yourself in Yggdra Union. Yeah, I kind of figured. Considering you're calling it torture, I'm not really shocked that it's not fun. There's a tree ant, actually. So harpies, 2 harpy battles and a tree ant battle. Nice, we're working our way up. Oh, good, got him.
The strongest
Damn.
salesman in the world.
That was fast. It's almost like we planned that one out really well. Oh, good, Alvin finally got Dragon Swarm. So Dragon Swarm is nice in this game because as you start to be able to get at higher and higher amounts of combos, Dragon Swarm hitting 5 times or Dragon Salvo hitting 6 actually helps quite a bit with keeping that combo higher because you can just basically use it in between any other element that you're using. So like, let's say you just added, so you hit something with Alvin's regular attack for slash, and then you use Demon Whip to get strike. So then you use Dragon Swarm, and then you use a different element. And then you use Dragon Swarm again, and a different element, and Dragon Swarm again. And it builds the combo up higher and higher, and you get more and more damage out of it. Without having to be really concerned about the combo dropping, or you not getting the most damage out of it. So you can't fucking get the quick clear bonus on a certain map. You have to move fast and more aggressively than you do. The turn limit is strict AF. Oh good, they're making you LTC a map. Fantastic. Oh good, I got the poison stinger before he back attacked me. I don't actually know if it would be considered LTC, but I guess I wouldn't be shocked if it was. Ow. Well, that was rude. What I meant to say was... Are you gonna move over to the guy if I... Oh, no. Okay. Let's do that. There we go.
Well, not bad.
Nice lottery proc. End of our pudding cake. And, let's see. Let me just check our enemy data real quick. So we still need the tree ant. We still need the harpy. 6, so that's a little bit better. Oh, we're done with the tree ants. Okay. So 6 of the harpies, and then we're done here. And then the only things we have left to do, I think, at that point are Fojins and Gentlemen. And I think Gentlemen we only need 1 of to be done, so that's kind of nice, actually. All right, mare. We're not worried about the mare. I'm running. Another tree ant. Not worried about that either. I don't actually know if you can find harpies anywhere except for the halfway point. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just keep an eye out, but it's not really a priority, you know. All right, I don't remember where the next event happens here, so I think, well, first of all, I'm going to have Leia use first aid on... Oh, good, she got splash and upgraded a couple of things, as did Rowan. So that's nice. I'm going to save here just because I don't remember where the next... I think you have to go all the way back to Neokara in order to get the next event, and it's like the last event that you can do in this chapter, and then we're done with it, so... So we're making good time. Like I said, I kind of just wanted to make sure... Yeah, okay, so we got to go all the way back to Neokara to Rendezvous. I kind of just wanted to make sure that we got this entire chapter done by the end of the day today. So, oh, I must have missed this the first time I came through here. Starfire Plus! That would have been helpful, considering I've been stuck with regular Starfire for a little while. You know, while I've just got that new one, let's go see how everybody's doing here. Oh, good, Heatwave. So, Heatwave is an interesting beast because it's a fire elemental attack on your guns, which you would think would be more common, but it's not. It's basically like Rapid Burst and this, and that's it for fire. And Rapid Burst also does wind, so it's not as effective because it adds 2 elements at once, so you reduce the amount of damage you can do because you can't just keep extending the combo. Unfortunately, Heatwave has a knockdown property to it, so it's not as useful as it could be because, again, the knockdown limit starts to come into effect if you keep that up. So, yeah, we probably won't do much with that. Okay, well, we could put Yggdrasil back on, but I know better than to do that right now. So I guess Tornado. We'll get Requiem and Migrating Sparrows. And then we can work on Falling Snow after that. How are you doing here? This doesn't really get you a whole lot of good stuff, so maybe I start you on... Yeah, either Stalactite or Sunbeam would be better here. Yeah, you kind of don't get a lot from either one, but I guess Sunbeam at least gets you some decent stuff like critical damage, which increases the damage of your crits, which is nice. You got Rending Quake already, so now we need to work you on getting Eagle's Rage, which was what again? Breeze, so let's get you on something with wind. Lightning Bolt, that'll probably work. Let's just see. Maybe Tornado would be better because you'll get TP Surge out of it as well. Not that I need that badly, but, you know. So let's give you Tornado, and then you... Yeah, I guess you can have Stalactite for a little while just to get Falling Snow, and then we can swap you off to get Requiem and Migrating Sparrows. Jude, you are in need of... Well, you're pretty even, except for your Dark. That's just higher than everything now, so maybe I'll give you Lightning Bolt, since that's the lower thing. Sprinter, it doesn't really give you anything good, but it's there. You need Sunbeam, I think. Alvin's using Sunbeam, so you get Starfire Plus as a result of that. Well, it gives you 2 extra fire, which I don't really need, but yeah, we'll work with it. Or do I just give you regular Star? Well, you're on regular Starfire. I'll just do regular Starfire for you for now. And then you, Absolute Reduction. That's the one that has a chance of 0 TP cost, right? Yeah, okay. That's kind of nice for Rowan to have. And that's a fire one? Okay, so we want you to have something with fire. Lightning Bolt, or... Actually, Starfire Plus is pretty good for you because fire and light, and you've got a little bit low on that. We still need something that gives us wind element, and we don't have access to it. A level 2 wind element, but, you know. We'll see if we can find it. All maps in Yggdra Union can suffer from LTC logic. There's a bonus on every map. +1 to a random stat to whoever gets MPP if you simply beat the map, and +2 if you quick clear the map. In other words, min-maxing is easier if you can LTC maps. By the way, the turn count goes up if any army gets a turn, meaning you will effectively have half as many turns or less in some maps than the quick clear turn limit. Oh, and you aren't told the turn limits. You figure them out or look up a guide. Great, so it's one of those games that wanted to sell a guide back in the day. Fantastic, I love that. Did I miss any other chests here? No. Looks like everything else was in the Fractured Dimension, so it's a good thing we picked all that up before we left. Alright, let's go see my favorite traveling salesman, who should still be down here. And then we'll pick up... I think we need a few orange gels, because we used a few of them in the fight there. And then any food that we have left. Yeah, we used a few of them, that's for sure. That's good. And then food vendor. Anything I want here? I guess we could use that French toast up. I don't think we used anything else, though. Yeah. I mean, we used the tomato a la mode, but, you know, that's not really something I care too much about. So. Oh, good. There's the, what was that, Radiant Horn over there? The Telethia again? I'm getting back attacked because I was too busy looking at the Telethia? That's okay. was trying to hit him with light, but that Man, Alvin's going nuts with that tornado drive. That's okay. But yeah, there's Radiant Horn. I don't feel incredibly confident taking it on with just 3 characters at the moment, although it's probably doable at our current level. I think that thing is like level 21 at the most, and we're, what, 29? 30 now, so I think we'd be okay. But just in case, I will wait on that. What do I want to use for the next thing? I think I want to use my minestrone, actually, for the next thing, unless I want to use that soda rice. Yeah, I'm going to use the soda rice, actually, rather than the minestrone, because I don't want to get too far ahead. I mean, I didn't really want to spoil it too much, although probably just having her in the party and giving her an allium orb is enough to spoil it. But Fractured Meal is going to be in the party for a while. It's not like she can go home at this point, you know, so she'll be here for the discernible future, potentially the rest of the game, depending on whether or not we can figure out a way to, like, restore her. I don't think Spurious is going to let us restore her world, so we'll have to see how that all pans out if we find our Prime Dimension version of Mila. Oh, there's a Bakura, just when I don't want to fight a Bakura because she's not in the party. But basically, you want to wait until she's in the party in order to start getting more elemental ore, because she's our next party member. We've only got 2 more left to recruit, and they'll be recruited in the next 2 chapters, so we'll probably go do those fairly quickly as well, so that way we can just get 3 new characters that all need elemental ore, and then we can build them up by going to all the side questy areas after that. So we'll see how that works. Yeah, you know the turn limit in this map is 28 turns, but that means basically taking extra damage from cannons raining down on you so that you can actually eliminate 1 army and give yourself some more turns. However, you then lose HP, and that might bite you in the ass later. Opportunity cost is a bitch. Yeah, that can definitely come back to bite you later on, so that's... sounds like there's a lot to take into account, so hopefully you figure it out. If you don't, for a little while, well, I guess at least it gives you something to do for a little while, right? Like... that's kind of nice to just be able to say, yeah, I've got plenty to do for a little while. The game's keeping me busy. It's kind of how I feel about this one, because I can do stuff off screen with this one and be like, yeah, it's still keeping me busy. I can practice fights. I can figure out combos.
We took returning to the Prime Dimension as a sign of your victory.
I'm glad you guys didn't get left behind when reality broke. Speaking of not getting left behind...
how in the world?
Yeah, that's the question I have as well, but Julia's kind of, I guess, sort of answered it by giving us a context clue.
Don't be too hard on Luger. He had to take out Muse. That's all there was to it.
I mean, I didn't have to, but we wouldn't get to Canaan without this, so... not without luck. Oh, hey, bro.
What's the meaning of this?
Just admit it, Luger. You don't have the stomach for this job.
Listen, just because I feel bad when I do this doesn't mean I can't do it.
So that's how you made your new friend there.
Oh, good. It's the good doctor and the good butt monkey.
They were waiting for us.
Mr. Riddell,
I guess they tracked us by my GHS.
An odd question for your new Department of Dimensional Affairs director. Well
You're the director of the DODA now?
Recovering the Waymarker must have been quite an ordeal.
No more so than speaking with you.
Damn. Nice comeback. Touché! Not the Lady Mila you knew, Ivor.
Don't get yourself all worked up. She's not your Mila, you know.
Yeah.
Damn it, she's still Mila.
I know that's not really her. Welcome to the real world, kid. Ah, Julius. You remember what it's like to crush the dreams of the young and foolish, don't you?
Unfortunately, in Ivor's case, it doesn't make him less
For
foolish.
example, the time you rigged poor Luger's entrance exam so that he couldn't possibly pass.
Yeah, about that.
That's not...
You don't have to deny it. I know it's correct. I know you did it to try to protect me, though, so...
As director, I have new orders for you.
Oh, do you?
Defeat Julius, recover the Waymarker, and give it to me.
Uh-huh.
Please, you have to trust me.
Already done, bro. So, Director Rideau. Did you know there's a 24-hour grace period in Spurious Corporation's manual that says that as acting director, your orders will not take effect until those 24 hours have passed? So by result of that, I'm going to commit corporate, would it be genocide?
Literally. Are you kidding me?
I'm not going to kill you, but you've had this coming for a while. I'll finally get the chance to beat the sin out of you for putting me into crippling medical
The
debt.
handbook is quite clear about punishment for insubordination.
Good, I'll make sure I mention that to Mr. Bakur because you were just insubordinate now.
No way. This is their fight.
Come on, director. Let's see if you've got the gall to be the new head of the company. Well, not head of the company, but head of my department. So you either fight Rideau or Julius, depending on what happens. Rideau is easier because he's weak to light and dark, so like Hungry Hunter the sin out of him. But yeah, also you get Elise in here because Jude and Rowan are being blocked by Ivor, and Mila's being despondent because her sister's dead. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, let me set some strats because I didn't really get the chance to do this before the fight just begins. So let's see what we got here. I had you on only heal. I can kind of stick Elise on only heal, but I guess I could stick her on like Spirit Arts only? Maybe, so she can like Negative Gate and Deadly Gaze and Dark Visitor and all that stuff while Alvin and I beat the sin out of him. I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest. As for the rest of this, here's where I finally want to equip the Zeus Crusher so that we can take advantage of Rideau's darkness weakness, and also because of the fact that A, it restores TP at regular intervals, and B, dark element attacks in this game have a chance of inflicting the poison status ailment, so with the Crusher ability on, we should poison him pretty quickly, which will make it a lot easier to kill him because he'll slowly take damage just like being burned. And if I keep linking with Leia, I might be able to do like a fire attack, which will allow me to burn him and poison him. So there you go. Hopefully you don't figure that out. That map sucks. Fuck it. Yeah, corporate suicide more like. My job is about to get a lot harder after I beat this guy up, but yeah, might buff out. We'll see.
You want to talk?
Set the pot to the kettle.
Shut up.
Nice.
Homing shot. Hungry Hunter. Hungry Hunter.
Okay. I'll just wait. I'll power charge 2 first before I do this. Get into that thing. There we go. I still can't Crimson Fury in the air. That's unfortunate. Just before he did it, hang on. Oh, he resists fire. Okay, I didn't see that part.
Too bad.
Oh good, we got him paralyzed and broken. That's nice.
Crushing blow. Line collapse. Spartan relay. Hungry Hunter. Crushing blow.
Alvin, you're making it hard for me to keep him. Okay, this is fine. I guess at least it's not endless infliction. It's dark punishment, but still. But yeah, see how much we're getting poison on him? Now granted, poison kind of, it gets rid of itself pretty quickly, but, you know, it's not too bad. Alright, I don't care about your exclamation point. Eat this. Oh, that's attack. My bad. Thanks, Elise. Okay, well, I was gonna.
Seriously? Hungry Hunter! Crushing blow! 0 to 5! 0 to 5!
I mean, you keep knocking yourself away from me. That'll make my job a little easier. Stop moving. Well, you're playing dirty by making me try to hunt my brother down, so how about we put the shoe on the other foot here, Rideau? Yeah, my AC isn't high enough to really get the full combo going. Oh, nice. I got the kill by using a link attack with the Grim Reaper. Thanks, Elise.
It must be hard being a grown-up.
So yeah, Rideau's not very hard. If you fight Julius, it's basically very similar to the Chapter 1 fight against his Shadow version from the Fractured Dimension. It's just he's got more HP. He's weak to the same things, and he uses mostly the same arts. I think he adds Moonlight Assault to his list of arts, though, so yeah, just gotta watch out for that. Because it can confuse you since it's a light elemental art. Don't you love that when enemies can get confused on you? Jesus fuck, how much CC do bosses get? I don't think they have AC or CC or anything like that. They can just kind of use as many skills as they want in a row as far as I'm aware in this game. Yeah, CC was graces its AC in this one. But yeah, I think they just use as much as they want. I don't think they're limited, so... He gives you a holy symbol. Julius gives you a spirit symbol if you win against him, but spirit symbols were nerfed in this one, so... Yeah, it's not really that much of a prize, to be honest. No matter who you fight. That's why I like fighting Rideau, because I can beat his ass for putting me 20 million gold into debt. And it gets me more points for Julius, so...
Look at the way you both vex me. Stop it, Rideau! Are you his brother or his mommy?
I mean, I don't know where our mom is, so he kind of had to be both.
Luger! Last chance, Agent. Retrieve the waymarker and return to headquarters now.
What, so you can slice him up and put him into debt too?
Smart move. You get to live.
Great.
I'm so sorry.
Well, no, I'm sorry that I have to do this to you. You don't have to beat him up if you fight Rideau, though, so... Julius, that is. You don't have to fight Julius if you fight Rideau. You just can go straight to the corporation after this. And Mila's back in the party, so that's fun.
In a different dimension?
Yes.
You have got to be kidding me.
I know. It's probably pretty hard to believe. Did they give her back Yggdrasil when she came back in the party? Let me just double check here. No, they did not. They took it away from her again. Well, that's not very nice, so let's give it back to her. Still don't have falling snow, huh? Well, we're close. About 100 away. That's cheap AF. He literally decided to use Spartan Relay 4 times in a row. Yeah, and thankfully we can guard all of it. Like, Rideau's thing is that he kind of can't break your guard very easily. He just doesn't have the Iron Stance break. His weapons are knives, so that makes sense, but, like, he just doesn't have the breaking power that, like, others have, like, I guess Kronos would be a good example. He had a lot of Iron Stance break by comparison, but, you know.
Mr. Bakor has been
Rideau,
expecting
not so
you.
much.
Hey,
Hey, Nova.
say, have you heard anything from Julius?
I sure have.
Nova, I've told you that's classified.
I'm off the clock. Just a question between friends.
You're going to ask me a question about my brother, who is wanted by this company and the rest of the planet inside of the headquarters of this company. Nova, do you, like, think about anything at all outside of your job? Just curious. Knowing Julius, he'll be fine.
Of course, you're right. He's your big brother after all. More than that, he practically raised you.
So I don't know if anybody can kind of tell this at this point, but as Julius mentioned in one of the skits, Nova rejected Luger, and the reason why Nova rejected Luger is because Nova actually likes Julius rather than Luger. She looks up to him a lot in more than one way. Anyway, bye Nova. I'll call you when I have enough money to pay my debt.
Okay?
Well, what the hell kind of a question is that? My brother's still wanted, so I'm not going to be okay at all, but I'm going to keep moving forward. Head empty. At least she's cute. Anyway, I mean, I think I'm kind of hitting that on the head. I don't know if that's, like, considered a fan theory, to be honest, that Nova actually likes Julius. I just see, like, the way that she talks about Julius, and she's always asking about him, as a sign of, like, she likes him. And it plays into my headcanon, which is that Luger actually likes Vera by comparison to Nova. But I think there's a skit that lets you decide which one you like for yourself later. I think I talked about it before, so.
Glasses guy is okay?
Well, it depends on how badly Rideau chopped him up. Let's hope he got away. We'll find out. Wonder if I should go see the armor guy after this chapter's over, see if he has anything for me. He might.
Excellent work, Luger. You've gone above and beyond the call of duty. You must be proud of your talented brother.
That's enough. Don't go praising him for this.
You got that
This is
right.
kind of a tough
Doing
thing to
a good
do.
job meant destroying my world.
Yeah.
They told me about you. What was your name again?
Mila, the former Maxwell.
You're serious?
Pretty skeptical for a destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's gonna
because we want
make you feel like a skeptic.
We do it to protect the Prime Dimension.
How do we even know this one's Prime anyway? Again, is it just through the staticky filter
Canaan,
not being here?
the throne of the great spirit of the void, Origin, guarded by Kronos.
Oh, good. Thanks for
You were
telling us
serious about
exactly how that
Maxwell.
works.
I can see that now.
You know more than
Just
you
something I heard
should.
from my sister.
Then your sister is a very well-informed woman. Legend has it, Origin will grant the wish of the first human who comes before him to plead their case.
Beasley!
So is that why you want
The
to
pact made eons ago between humanity
do that?
and spirits. The three primordial spirits.
The three were Maxwell, Kronos, and the great spirit of the void, Origin.
The pact came to be known as Origin's Trial.
Present yourself to the spirit of the void, and any wish may be granted.
You read about that somewhere, huh, Jude? So you can wish for anything at all. Really?
Yes, the void gave birth to the whole of creation. Its great spirit, Origin, rules over all of his kind.
Yeah, Origin, man, all the old summon
Being
spirits are
so
coming back.
powerful,
They figured they
sure
didn't
will
use them
grant
in the first
anything
one,
and
so
everything.
they might as well use them here.
Why did they agree to such a pact?
Yeah, what
To
was in it
test
for
us,
them?
To test our strength, our will, our ambition. Or so some believe. Perhaps they just find enjoyment in watching humanity struggle and suffer.
That sounds
The
like a
great
very
spirits wouldn't do
human-centric
that.
way of looking at it.
No, they bear no love for us.
How do you know that? You don't know what Jude and Mila got into.
cog in my machine.
You may be right. The scions of Kresnik have waged war amongst themselves for centuries, each one hoping to reach Canaan first.
So where do we fall on this
At
line of
times,
succession
father
there,
against
brother?
And occasionally, brother against brother.
Don't think I didn't hear that, Julius. I'm gonna file that context clue into the bin for later.
Ditto that, guys. I mean, we have the Waymarker after all. Let's just hightail it to Canaan.
Oh, if only it were that so easy.
But alas, it's not.
A single waymarker won't get you to the land of Canaan. You'll need 5 in all.
Oh, good. I didn't know this was gonna turn into
This
Link's
is what the
Awakening.
first, Maxwell's temporal.
I think there was 7 in that one, actually.
The others are the Longdow's Dust, the Seafall Phantom's Eye, the Arc Sentinel's Heart, and... the final one is still a mystery.
So we're still working on that, huh?
Unfortunately, all of these items have fallen through the proverbial cracks in the Prime Dimension.
So we find them in the fractured ones, is that it?
Precisely.
So
If a
that's going to
waymarker
encompass
exists
the
in
next
fractured
1, 2, 3,
it would
4,
have to be the entity
5-ish
that
chapters.
differs the most from its original nature in this one.
In other words, the Waymarkers will always be divergence catalysts.
Well, that's
And bringing
convenient.
the lost Waymarkers back into the Prime Dimension is the real mission of the agents.
Yeah, that hit it in one.
Not everyone is suited for a mission of this nature. An agent must have a very specific power to carry matter from a fractured dimension into the Prime one.
The will of Kresnik, right?
Here at Spirius, we have a title for those who possess that ability. They are the Keys of Kresnik.
Okay, there you
And
go.
by they, we mean you, Luger.
And Julius. Oh wow, you guys are just gonna try to spell it out for people, aren't you? Well, anyway, let's keep the lie up, because why would Mr. Bakura need to know L1?
Yes. The same power that my agents have scoured the fractured dimensions to locate.
Uh-huh. You know, Rideau keeps looking at these comments with disgust. I get the feeling he wasn't picked for this mission, and it bothers him.
We will ask the Great Spirit Origin to nullify the existence of the fractured dimensions. Their numbers increase. We are no longer able to deal with them one by one.
I mean, I suppose that's merciful?
Someone's hungry.
Well,
I can't help if my tummy's rumbly.
the last thing I had to eat was your
I'll
soup.
arrange for refreshments.
Okay, good.
Why don't you just have Luger whip us up something?
I mean, I could.
Huh.
Mila, you want
Are
to do some joint
suggesting
cooking?
Luger's a good cook?
I try to
I
be.
guess he's okay. Mila too.
Well, someone had better feed this scrappy little thing before she passes out from hunger. Luger,
I'm glad that he
I
has a
have no
good
doubt
rapport
we
with
will
L.
reach the land of Canaan.
It makes him feel less like an evil boss. So, I'll do my best, boss.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Luger, I never wanted this for you.
I know, Julius, but that's where we are now. So we're gonna nuke 4 more worlds to get to Canaan.
Let's go to Luger's already. You should come too.
Oh good, I got 10,000 gold for doing that. And Mila's coming along to help us whip something up. Nice. Man, Beasley isn't evil? Man, I totally thought he was evil. Yeah, I mean, he's the head of the most powerful corporation in Olympias, so he sort of gives off those vibes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's evil. At the worst, he's complex. So, like, I mean, obviously, being the CEO of a company this large, you have to take some necessary steps for means and ends, because it's a large company in a video game, but you know, he's got a good rapport with L, and he's not really trying to be evil at the moment. He's just like, no, these fractured dimensions are way too problematic. We should take care of them in order to give them mercy, and then us some peace of mind. So, it's not a matter of changing my mind, Julius. I don't have a choice. It's the only way. I won't go to jail. I guess you could be thankful, or you could continue to resent the company for not choosing you for this decision. Because I know that bothers you, Rideau, and I'm never gonna let you live it down. Sorry, now I'm being a dickhead. Did I use any items in the Rideau fight? Let's find out. 'Cause these are the same price. Okay, I used a couple of orange gels. That's fine. And let me unequip the Zeus Crusher as well. By the way, all of Luger's elemental hammers, at least in the beginning, are called Zeus Crushers. There are upgraded versions of the Zeus Crusher, but I think they're only available in post-game, if I remember correctly. Or at the very least, you have to do, like, some stuff with the Colosseum, I think? I don't quite remember. I think this was the armor guy. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't walk between their conversation. Got anything for me, armor guy? Nope, not yet. He might only give you something after you get the last waymarker. Like, thinking about it, that might be, like, the point where he'll give you something. I don't quite remember. It would be kind of nice if he gave you a little of something every time you did something, but, like, I mean, I guess I understand why it's not feasible for him to do that. So. Actually, I'm going to save down closer to Luger's place, because that's closer to where the next cutscenes are to end the chapter, so. So that's how this game paints illusion of choice. No matter who you fought, Julius would still be in handcuffs here. Yeah, so that was a choice, but also it was not a choice. It does affect your affinity points with Julius, though. And let's remember, your affinity points with Beasley, L, and by Beasley I mean Mr. Bakur. I keep calling him Mr. Bakur because he's my boss. Your affinity points with Beasley, L, and Julius are invisible on the choice things there. With everybody else, affinity with Jude and the rest of your party members, those are all visible when you make choices. But with those three, it's invisible. And you can get a reward if you get their affinity high enough. So, sometimes it's important to make decisions that will help them out, if only to get the reward later. And also, it helps me because by, secretly sounding like I'm going to do everything that Beasley asks, I can make it seem like a really surprising turn when I side with Julius later and take the whole company down, right? Yay! Systemic disassemblement of the capitalist regime. Karl Marx would be so proud of me. I wonder if there's anything in the cat room. Let's see if the cats have filled in a little bit. Well, we're filling a few in. They're here and there. There will be a lot more in here later. I don't think you see all of them, though. I mean, obviously, because look at all, there's only these few, and I've got 29 of them, so. I mean, are you sure that's a good idea? Isn't that Marxism? Yes, that is true. And it depends on, because the problem, right? Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. Thank you, plant. My houseplant gave me a present. That's so great. I can never escape houseplant. Yeah, and it depends too, right? Because you think about Marxism and it's like, okay, but Karl Marx didn't really tell us what system. He told us, oh yeah, well, a socialist system will replace a capitalist system, but he didn't really get into the details of what the socialist system would look like entirely. Like, he gave us some vague ideas, but not like, here's exactly what you need to do to overthrow the government. I feel like if he had published that, he probably wouldn't be as prolific as he is now, because he probably would have been condemned for all of history. But I have to learn some of this stuff because the college that I'm at pushed me into sociology in order to establish a GPA baseline before they let me go into nutrition, which is what I want to go into. So that's the subject of this semester's worth of work, is sociology. So all this talk about Marx is stuff that I'm actually doing in class right now.
Are you sure you're okay with having company right now?
I mean, Julius isn't here, so.
You don't know what it is yet.
She's had it before. I will whip up one special for you. Coming right up.
Of course. Now we know how to get to the land of Canaan.
Well, that does help.
By destroying other worlds?
Listen, she's a kid. She doesn't really understand how that
better?
works.
Hey.
So what?
She doesn't understand the gravity of it.
Well,
not really. We already had this conversation. Oh yeah, I forgot to show that skit. I'll show the skit after I'm done. Is it spicy? What kind of a question is that? You said you don't like spicy food, so I made it L-style.
Who taught you how to make it L-style, smarty pants?
You did?
Anyway, let's dig in. This is L-style.
See?
Even to cook you.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Mila, about what you said before. The land of Canaan is where the Great Spirit origin is, right?
Maybe we should tell her about how Spyrite research is coming along instead of talking about this. I know this is important to our story, but it would make her feel at ease if we talked about Spyrite.
It has been nearly 2 millennia, but time grows short. Origin cannot continue purifying souls much longer.
When the Spyrite Vault went haywire, it said something about soul contamination.
Probably the same thing Aska was talking about.
Soul contamination spreading.
Spyrite?
Jude here is a Spyrite genius.
If I can perfect Spyrite technology,
Talk with your mouth full, young lady.
Anymore.
He'll talk for himself.
A world without Spyrex.
Yeah, and without it being by force.
With
Sorry, I just
Spyrites
bumped the
is
mic
linked to
stand.
the soul purification process. Even if it's not, if Canaan is so important that it will change the course of history,
Then it sounds like we have to go there.
Somewhere I have to go.
Yeah. You've been through too much to not go at this point, Jude.
You're coming with us, right? You and me and Jude and everybody.
I'll tag along for a while.
Long enough to confirm my world's fate, and not a moment more.
Okay. I guess that's fair. We'll keep you on Yggdrasil for a little while then. I was going to say until then, but that's after we get the other two characters, so. Well, not everybody's going to be happy with my cooking, I guess. Hey, Brolo. What's up? Oh. Going out for a stroll? Maybe I should follow her. What do you think, Rolo? Yeah, you're right. I'll follow her. Gotta make sure she's not getting into trouble. I mean, she was in a good mood, so I can't imagine she'd be getting into trouble, but... Let's go check on her, shall we? I'd say it's closer to Mila isn't hungry and Jude can't focus on his food. Yeah, but that's a lot of words for L. You want to push on the swing at night? Don't we normally do this during the day?
You need me.
Yeah, but don't say it too loud. Beasley's agents are everywhere.
You know, the key thingy? That special power of yours is neat and all, but it needs me around, doesn't it?
So they're just going to come right out and say it. Mr. Bakur does not know this, by the way, but L being in the party is the reason why we can transform. It's her power, not Luger's. So just keep that in mind. It's very important for later. You're correct. I can't do this without you.
Aha. You need my help. No ifs or buts.
Yep.
So...
That makes us partners, right? Well, I thought that was where we were already going. Will you come with me to Canaan? I mean, I thought we already promised on this. Of course I'll come with you to Canaan, kid. It'll be easier to get to if we both go together. Just keep that safe, okay? It is yours after all, but hey, it will help both of us, so don't let anybody else have it.
It doesn't matter which one of us carries it, because we're a team now.
That's the idea.
Give me your pinky, okay? It's important.
What, you never made a pinky promise, Luger?
Daddy told me a promise isn't really a promise unless you pinky swear on it.
Your dad's a wise dude.
You gotta promise me we're going to the land of Canaan together.
Okay, I promise.
Okay.
You better.
I won't let you transform if you don't. So that cutscene is really cute. I really like it, but here's the reason why Luger is actually one of my favorite protagonists in all of the PS3 games we'll be playing, even though he's a blank slate for most people. Hold on. Hang on, my phone's ringing. I'll talk about it after. Hello?
Luger, good news! You're free to travel to Sapstrap Sea Haven.
Oh wow, they lifted that without me even paying? Nice.
The payments keep rolling in, and everyone admires a man who pays his debts.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. That's one step closer to Canaan.
Yep.
Whoa, Al seems unusually fired up.
She had a good night.
There's nothing unusual about it. Maybe you've grown so old, so you've forgotten what it's like to be excited.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe you're right. I need to rediscover my passion.
Elle is on fire.
Congratulations! You're cleared for Sapstrap Sea Haven! Woo! Go
Uh-huh.
get 'em! You can do it! Roar!
Well,
Okay, that's just weird.
I'm glad I didn't have that directly in my ear, but I'm glad you're both fired up. Anyway, yeah, we can go to Sapstrap Sea Haven and Cherylton now.
I'll be there to help. After all, it's one of my duties as your partner.
Sounds like a plan, partner.
Mila, you have really big knockers.
What?
Oh
Where did you
my
learn
god.
that? I swear, kids are such a hassle.
Oh, this motley crew that I have assembled. Oh, good lord. Special or no, food won't really help them right now, right? Yeah, probably not. They need something else. Especially after what Elle just said. Yeah, this girl is the sassiest small child I've ever seen in a video game. I really like Elle. She's actually one of my favorite, like, younger characters in video games. They do a really good job of getting her character across. And honestly, she's actually more complex than just being sassy. You'll see that more later on in the game, but she's pretty great. I like it. Yeah, it worked? Never mind, it's Nova. A Schismless World. I need to see one other skit that I forgot to show that I actually got while I was walking to the Dimensional Breach in between streams, so we'll look at that in a second, and we'll after this one, and then we'll talk about why I like Luger and Elle.
A world with no schism. And when humans use Spyrex, spirits don't die.
Well, that's because the schism's power prevents that, but it's temporary.
That's because Mila left us a whole bunch of mana.
Yeah.
Of course, we still have plenty of problems.
But it's a whole lot better than being at war.
True.
Are you sure about that? What guarantee do you have that this world will be better off than it was with the schism?
Well...
Surprised to hear that coming from Maxwell. She has a point. There's no guarantee. So probably if I agree with her, I get Mila points, right? I guess I am kind of surprised, though, to hear that. Like, I know that probably L1 gets us points with her, but I think R1 is the more feasible one, especially since I've been with the rest of the group the entire time. So by this point, I'd be like, no, actually, I feel more inclined to agree with them than you. You're the newcomer here.
Well, you shouldn't be. At least not from someone who never even considered this as a possibility.
Yeah, maybe you should have.
Mila, there are no guarantees in this world or in any other world. That just means we have to work all the harder to ensure that things work out the way we hope.
Jude learned that from a different Mila.
That's what I've been taught.
Well, isn't this world's Lord Maxwell just an inspiration to everyone?
She has that tendency, yeah. 2 partners, and then we'll look at the other skit after all these are done.
I'm going to Canaan. I'm going to Canaan.
Well, aren't we in a good mood for no reason?
Wrong. I have plenty of reasons.
So what are they then?
Sorry, that's on a need-to-know basis.
Oh man.
Isn't that right, Luger?
What's
going
on?
Puts you in the and then doesn't need to know list. Sorry, on a need-to-know basis. You heard the lady.
Suit yourselves. As if I really care anyway. Talk about an annoying duo.
She figured out we're a duo.
Uh-oh, she's getting at our secrets.
Is that your little secret?
No, and strictly speaking, we're partners.
It's contractual.
Well, now I know that secret too, don't I?
Quick, Elle, don't tell her anything else.
Tricked me, you meanie. This is why you can't get a partner.
Oh my god.
Trust you. I'd rather be alone anyway.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm with Rollo on this one.
I don't need your pity.
Oh, again, this
what
motley
are you
crew.
About?
Ow!
You really are annoying.
Yeah, and you're something. I love Elle. Like I said, she's great. I love her character. She's fantastic. Mysterious materials. Please let this be the last
sure
one.
Is made of strange material.
I guess Mila had to get all of her kicks in. Oh, here we go again.
It's soft to the touch, but what exactly is it?
Felt?
Don't look at that part!
Hey, cut that out! Tipo has certain secrets he wants to protect.
What kind of secrets?
You know, various kinds.
I mean, if you look into his mouth, you might be able to see the
It
void.
wouldn't kill you to tell me some of them, you know.
Listen, Mila, Tipo is shy about his body.
The contents of half my body are highly classified. If it were to get out, we'd all be doomed.
Hell, that happened in the last game, and it practically killed all of us.
You don't really understand him yourself, do you?
That's not true.
If you're so nosy, then why don't you tell us all what you're made of?
I mean, she's made of mana, right?
Me? I'm made of kindness and rainbows.
Are you?
Oh, come on. Nothing? Not even a smile?
Well, I'm not expecting a joke out of
Now,
you,
this
so...
is just embarrassing. Thanks for nothing.
Oh boy, yeah, okay, we still got more skits. Old Man Alvin.
This trip has been totally devoid of any romance.
Why are we on this subject all of a sudden? Like, how do we keep tangentially getting to all these You know what? I'm just gonna let this go. Tipo is kind of right there. Yeah, well...
Lady Elise has reached an age where she suddenly cares about such things.
Shut up, Alvin. You don't need to join in.
Oh,
Go
man.
easy on him. Alvin has reached an age where he's suddenly desperate to fit in with us younger types.
That's only natural when
man.
you get older.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe they're right.
How would they even know?
I'm still young and spry. Luger, say something to the insolent women folk.
Okay, I don't know if I appreciate that kind of a comment, Alvin, but... I mean, you're old enough to be a grandpa, officially. I'm pretty sure you're over 36 at this point, so you're old enough to be a grandpa in most JRPGs. You're middle-aged. Sorry, man. I could have said something.
I'm gonna remind you about this day. And we'll see just how clever you think it is then.
Technically, Luger won't be over the hill in 10 years.
Ah, Rollo. Only you and I understand the pain of male adulthood.
Again, I could swear that Rollo was female. Maybe I'm just getting Rollo's gender confused still. I don't think either one of those would have gotten Alvin points for his affinity, though, so... Oh, okay, so is it still unequipped after I just re-equipped it to her, or did you unequip it again? No, okay. That's fine. Alvin is being jumped right now. Yeah, he had no chance in that group there. But he's good in the party, so let's not jump him too hard. Okay, let's just put you 3 over there. Alvin, eventually you'll be out of this party as well, but we won't worry about that until it actually becomes a problem in, I think, the next... Does that say 100,000 gold to the next chapter? Jesus Christ. What the hell is with this economy? I need a nap after that. Good fucking lord, man. Oh yeah, and that reminds me, there's a skit that I need to watch that I saw. I was talking about it and then I forgot to view it, so let's watch it right now. Yeah, so actually, if you go to the library in this game, you can check skits that you previously viewed right here on this menu. And if we go over here, I think it was World Destruction. I think this was the one. We're gonna find out right now.
How are things looking in town?
Yeah, this is the one. So this skit played while I was on my way through Tourbalon High Road on the way to the Dimensional Breach. But since I can just view it here, I figured, it'll be fine. I'll just watch it when we get to the stream, and then we can go from there.
Town and its residents both appear exactly as they do in our world.
Yeah, I'm fucking sorry. What? Nova wants more money.
The only difference is that no one seems to be aware of
higher up
Rizamexia's
said
existence.
no, more money now.
But outside of that, everyone seems to be living the exact same lives. The same earth, the same ocean, the same sky. Luger, if you destroy this dimension, doesn't that mean...
Now, L1 in this case is correct, because as we saw, everyone within it will die unless, well, L uses her Kresnik power thing, time power thing, to prevent them from dying like she did with Mila. However, R1 gets you Leia affinity points, and I used that one, even though it won't show up here because you can't grind affinity points by doing these skits over and over again. So her little portrait popped up when I picked this the first time. So
don't you understand what we're doing?
Yep, and I don't like it either, but it's what we have to do.
He wants to take full responsibility for what'll happen to the people of this world.
They'll all die.
Are you ready for that, Leia?
I don't know. Even if we all share it, that's still more responsibility than we could possibly bear.
Yeah, I mean, you're killing millions of people, so that's understandable.
Still, better to share the burden than to force him to shoulder it alone.
I don't know if any of us can bear that burden even together. And to think we have to do that 4 more times before all of this is over. That's fantastic, and that's not even including the side episodes. Jesus fucking Christ, we're gonna be like mass murderers by the time this is over. I mean, technically we already are, but... Great, I love morally gray forced choices in RPGs. Oh, you know, I'm thinking about it. After beating Chronos, is it worth it to use my first max AC plus from a DLC now because we beat Chronos the first time? Because I feel like if anybody's going to give me more AC, since it's in a gear like that, it would be Chronos, since he's all time and gear focused. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe the first... So Chronos is going to be a recurring boss. I don't think that's too much of a stretch to say that he was basically toying with us previously and he's not currently dead, so he'll be coming back. So the first time we beat him, I guess I'll use this max AC +1, and then we'll take max AC +2 once we beat him a second time. I think you fight him 3 times total in the game, so I don't think that's too much of a stretch. So we'll take this one, and let's see how that goes. So that'll get us up to 7 AC for everybody. Fantastic. All right, anyway, to top that whole conversation off that we were just having, the reason why I like Luger and Elle, I think that their relationship between the two of them is really nice, even though Luger is primarily a blank slate, because you can either be really nice or really mean to Elle, but I couldn't ever be really mean to her, because I come from a background where I'm the oldest of 3 brothers. So Luger being a good older brother to Elle is like inherent to me. It feels so natural, and it hits at the exact strings that make me like, yes, it resonates with me as an older brother. So because it does that for me, it's like it makes their relationship across this game feel much more tangible, I guess, to me in the real world. And that's why I enjoy Luger and Elle as characters. So there you go. You didn't even hurt him. Of course he isn't dead. He's going to use Muse's black holes next time, isn't he? Sorry, you're the youngest sibling. No, but that's okay. It's probably one of the reasons why Elle feels more like you're like, yeah, I really like Elle, because she's the youngest sibling in this relationship. So, you know. But yeah, it feels like no matter where you are in a family relationship, it feels like you can get something out of their bond between the two of them, unless you're like, I guess if you're the middle child, you would still feel something from Elle because she's the younger of the two, but she's kind of like, if you're the middle child, you're younger than at least one of the siblings, you know. So anyway, I don't know what the hell these people are talking about. So we can now go to Sapstrat, Sea Haven, and Sherrilton, and I believe we can access a whole bunch of equipment there that we couldn't get before. Although I think most of that equipment will also be available in the next main chapter when we go to do that. So I'm not really too worried about actually going there. I do want to go see what new jobs are available, though, before we go anywhere, to see like where they pop up. We gotta go kill Radiant Horn, so we'll probably do that at the beginning of the next episode. Because we're winding down here today. So we'll see what happens. What new elite monsters are available? So Sienna Bronc is still there, Radiant Horn is still there. We've got, oh, Gradic Claw's back. Fantastic. He's on the Rusal High Road again, so I guess we're getting Rowan out for that, because that'll really come in handy. And then we've got Moral Zam and Burmia Gorge. It's considered a bug? Okay, sure. So probably what we'll do, it says 100,000 gold, and I don't think 21, so that's 66,000 gold, so that won't quite get us to the maximum that we need in order to get to the next chapter. But killing both of those will start us very well off to getting to the next one. And there are about 1 billion red quests available now, so that's fun as well. Mind Booster, Luger. I don't remember if these disappear after a while. So, oh, actually, this is the start of some of the red side quests that I won't be doing, because these sealed items that you get as rewards for certain ones. I mean, okay, the client is Douse, first of all, so that's fucking hilarious. But second of all, he lost his cape, so that's even more hilarious. But third of all, the sealed weapons that you get from some of these side quests are basically like the Devil's Arms in the previous game, where they're not at full potential until you unlock their full potential. I believe that's only available in post-game, so I probably won't be doing these specific side quests. But the rest I will definitely be working towards, so. We already have Torch's Collar, so I can just turn this one right in. Anything else? Oh, good. Chi-Chi's in this game, and so is Scrappy Doo. Fantastic. We need to bring Drizel a Remus Light. We need 10 Crown Feathers. A lot of these are, like, things that you'll be able to get in Burmia Gorge or any of that sort of stuff, so I guess there's a Sink Stone, so that's not too bad either. But yeah, I don't remember if these disappear if you don't do them before the next chapter. We can't quite do this one yet because Bronze Seal is quite a ways away, unfortunately, but we'll work on that as we go. But yeah, I'm not going to bother with this one. because I don't really want the... It's not like the previous game where the Devil's Arms are just better than most of the stuff you can actually get. They're actually worse than most of the stuff you can get in the end game. Although they are pretty good for the point where you can get them, they just fall off because they're not fully unlocked until, I think, like I said, post-game. Now these, I believe, are... Because you have to find these two... Well, okay, Pure White Puffballs are probably available from Treasure Glints and stuff, but you can't turn these in until you get Bronze Seal. This one you have to get, as far as I know, from Kitty Dispatch, and it's rare, so it probably won't get something until later. But yeah, I'm going to look these up in between streams and just see if any of these disappear after a certain point in time. Like if I have to do Drizel's Crisis before the next chapter, or it'll disappear. Because my idea, the thing that I want to do basically, is I want to do just the minimum payments in order to get the next 2 chapters available, because that'll get us the next 2 characters for the party, and then we'll have all 9 characters available, and I can just go explore the entire, not the entire world map, but all of the world map that's available as of the time between chapters 9 and 10. So once we have that, then I can go do a whole bunch of side quests, I can go fight a whole bunch of monsters, pay a whole bunch of the debt off. But I don't want to do that till we get the other 2 characters, because then it'll give me an excuse to work on their Allium orbs as well and kind of top everybody else off. So, yeah, wait, it's Douse? What? Yeah, I don't think it's the actual Douse, but it's funny that they would reference that. So, come see me, Beasley, Spurious Corp. Deliver mission report 1. Important mission regarding some highly confidential data. Come to my office at once. Okay, sure. I guess I can go do that really quickly.
What an effective idea. Leave it to the privileged elite to find a way to make their lives even easier.
Speaking of Marxism...
Anyone can post a job request? Why didn't you say anything sooner?
I guess Mila's a little bit Marxist. That's fun. Yeah, anybody can post a job request. It's not... In this case, Beasley posted it, but anybody can post it. So.
I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. I'm fine. You worry way too much.
If she falls, I will be there to catch her, even though I'm probably too tall to catch her. Also, I gotta bring Jude into the party because he's necessary for this cutscene, so see ya, Alvin. Go hang out with Rowan for a little bit. Alright, let's go upstairs to see Beasley. Go upstairs to see Mr. Bakur, whatever you prefer. This is the wrong elevator. And we will go turn this in. And then that'll be the end of the stream, because I started a little later, so this is going to get us pretty close to the 3-hour mark. Maybe a little over. I don't remember how long this quest is, but I think it's like a cutscene and then that's it, so shouldn't be too long. I am here, Mr. Bakur. What do you need? Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I had that data disk at the beginning of Chapter 6, and we didn't view anything from it, so now we'll get a little bit of an information dump about what was on that disk, huh? 1/4 of the Chromatus power, huh? So I guess you can tap into more than what I've got currently. Well, that makes sense. That's why they were trying to get that information, so... Maybe he hid them to try to protect his... where he's going? I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we're looking for code J disks. Got it. Yeah, of course. Okay, so there's a 50% form. We still don't have access to that, but... I was wondering why the voice sounded so young. That's a hell of a secret for him to keep from me for so long. I wonder why Beasley knows this. Anyway, that's mission report 1, so let's take it back to the board and get our money. Yeah, at this point, they're not even trying to be subtle about it, I don't think, to be honest. Which one was the elevator again? Oh, yeah, it's over here. Maybe if I actually look at my map for once. Alright, and I think we're good on this stuff too. Yeah, I don't see anything missing that I would be particularly surprised if I was... Oh, okay, actually I do, never mind. We need a small pudding cake. Let me stop at the station to get that, and then after that we'll go turn in the job, and then we'll call it a day. And we just got to remember that the Gradic Claw is over at Roussel High Road, so we can head there in just a little bit. I don't remember if he's exactly the same as he was in the previous game, although if he is, he's probably going to get completely bodied because we'll just do exactly what we did in the previous game where we spell spammed him to death. But we'll see. I'll worry about it in the next episode. So, small pudding cake, please. Thank you. Oh, yeah, and did I use any items? I don't think I did. Yeah, no, I bought some items before the last one. Excuse me. Pardon. Alright, but the party is filling itself out. We have 2 more characters left to recruit, but we can't go recruit any of them until we pay our dues. So, we'll work on getting that 100,000 gold together on the next episode of Tales of Xillia 2, the stream edition, which will be happening, what's today, Wednesday? Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll probably work on a few of these contracts, but like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check on when these expire, if they expire at all. I don't think most of them do, but we'll see about any of them getting expired. Oh, you know, before I end things off, let's do a little bit of these white quest turn-ins as well, because I've got a whole bunch of extra stuff that I can just turn in, so might as well. There's a whole bunch of stuff in Burmia Gorge now. It's kind of unfortunate because that means we're probably going to have to head that way in order to get a decent amount of money together. Oh well, the elite monsters will keep us on track, I think. I hope. And actually, if we get 66,000 from that, that's like... we'll be over the 100,000, so if we just kill the 2 of them, we should be good. So with that being said, yeah, I will see all of you. Oh yeah, and I also got to do the character episodes. So we'll do the character episodes and go kill the Radiant Horn and Gradic Claw on the next episode of Tales of Xillia 2, the stream edition, and then we will head from there to the next chapter, where we will move right along with the game to try to get the next character recruited, because the next character being recruited will probably be one that Cole will be very excited about. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. And I will see all of you on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time to continue this train that we are on, because there ain't no getting off this train at this point until we reach the end of the line. Until then, everybody, take care and have a good one. You know, it felt good to hit Rideau in the face a few times, but this debt sure ain't going away. I can't empty out this debt the same way that I emptied out his HP bar, that is for certain. And that's a shame.